What's up, y'all? It's Antoine Winfield Jr., safety for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's up, y'all? This is Jahad Wolf from the New York Giants.
What's good, y'all? This is Sterling Shepard.
This is Justin Tuck. This boy, Black School Bird, Super Bowl 42 world champion.
Chris Godwin from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's up? This is Saquon Barkley. Dex Lawrence second.
Yo, this is Mike Evans with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
And we about to go live on Flag on the Play.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, Flag on the Play, episode 69. Got some returning guests here. My dog Luke is back. Been a big minute. Trey back. And, of course, the regulars, Donnie, Durag, Matt, Tegan. You know, my dog, Real Talk with MJ is back for this episode. You got to chop it out with him, man. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling great, man. Great to be back. You know, great day to be back. You know, we moving through and all that. So y'all see what's in the background. So I'm ready. I'm ready.
I mean, let's get started. We're gonna talk about the Eagles game, but we gotta talk about, of course, your guy, you know, Jalen Hurts. We got getting a lot of criticism. A lot of people been talking crazy about him this past season, but he been putting on. And I done seen a couple of your takes on your pod. Make sure y'all go sub to MJ, of course. And you said that Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. Can you explain?
Top five for sure. Yeah,
Can
like
you explain to the people why Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback?
right, how I see it, right? Game for my life. And we have shown it's been multiple times this season. We have seen against Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts outplayed Joe Burrow. Look at the stats. He outplayed that man. Against Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts outplayed Lamar Jackson. He had that stat pad in last drive. Lamar Jackson did, bro. But when it really mattered, who scored 2 touchdowns when it actually mattered? Jalen Hurts, bro. So I've heard all this talk about, well, Saquon Barkley's carrying Jalen Hurts, and he's having an MVP-like year. I'm not trying to knock him at all. But again, we saw against the Steelers, Mike Tomlin and them boys did a great job stopping the run. They said, you got to pass the rock. And all that talk about this man can't throw, he can't do this and that. He did that. Now, he didn't prove anything to me. So when he was in that little press conference, he was like, this is what y'all wanted to see. I been knew that. But I just found it crazy that's like, this man has an off game against the Panthers. They still win. He still has 3 touchdowns, over 120 passer rating, all this still 110 passer rating, 0 turnovers. It's still all this, oh, well, he's the weakest link. He's the one guy like that will hold the Eagles back. Like he didn't do this stuff without Saquon Barkley, bro. And he was on the Giants and they wasn't doing nothing. He came, it's like KD coming to the Warriors, bro. Come on the winning team. Now he has elevated us to a different level. So look, Mahomes, different level. Folks want to say Josh Allen for sure. Like, I ain't gonna argue that he on another level. Outside of that, game for my life, I'm picking Jalen Hurts over Lamar Jackson. That's a fact.
No.
Yeah, you got it. That's a certified fact. I'm picking Hurts over Lamar Jackson.
What the fuck?
Winner, game for your life. I'm picking
Lamar.
I'm picking Jalen Hurts.
You can take him. You can take him. I'll take Lamar.
MJ, game of your life. Outside of Mahomes and Josh Allen, you taking Jalen Hurts over everybody?
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely top. He's definitely top.
Man,
if somebody say Joe Burrow, my thing, I don't get like
is over.
I don't get like, bro, hold up.
I didn't, but
why for some quarterbacks they put up gaudy stats and lose, and we give them passes, but other guys, Dak Prescott, for a lot of his career has put gaudy stats and sometimes has lost, and he gets all this blame. Joe Burrow does the same exact thing, and oh my God, it's all these excuses, bro. So I don't get like people just pick and choose who they like, which franchise they like or don't like, and then they base their narrative off that. I can't buy with that stuff, bro. I can't buy with it, bro. So for sure, we see multiple times this man beat Burrow, Allen, Jackson, Mahomes, Love, all these guys that's already over top 5, top 6, top 7, bro. Beat all those guys. Now, yes, I'll be fair, I'll be objective. He has a great roster, but you still gotta produce, bro. We see Tua out here. Where Tyreek been at? He got all these weapons, HM, he got all these guys. I'm trying to figure out like why can't he get it done? So it's not just a given for you to have great weapons and you not to get it done and all that stuff. So that's my thing on Hurts. People want to say he's not top 5, all right, but like top 7 for sure. Top 7 for sure, but for me, it's top 5.
unfortunately.
I can't even go that far,
said
gang.
top 3. I can't lie. It sounds like you said top.
You
3
must have been really high on Brock Purdy last year when I'm hearing this logic. Because Brock Purdy,
I like Brock. I think he get a lot of.
he must have cleared
Get a
Jalen
lot
Hurts
of
last
hate
year.
now. I mean, he missing. No, I keep it fair though. Like I actually am high on. I like Brock. I think when he has his weapons, he probably top 10. But like, so I'll be fair there. I ain't gonna say like he trash when he don't got his weapons, but then praise hurts when he got his weapons. So I'll be fair there. But bro, game for your life, bro. Seem like it's a different sport, but NBA, bro. Game for your life in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler or James Harden? You picking Jimmy Butler, bro? Like, it's just certain stuff. Like some guys got it. Some guys, when that moment comes, they don't got it, bro. Lamar Jackson don't got it, and people going to see. And we're gonna run this back come February or January, and after he folded against the Steelers or against the Chiefs or against the Bills, and we're gonna see, oh yeah, he put up those guard. He had 5 tutties against New York, 5 tutties here. What did he really do in the postseason? We've never seen him match his production in the regular season come postseason time, bro. Give me Jalen Hurts, bro, all day.
Trey.
Okay.
God.
See, you about to make me do something that I don't want to do. Cause shout out Jalen Hurts, Eastside, Channelview High School, H-Town, all that.
Facts.
But you doing too much. And here's why. Because you said game for your life, right? If you decide that Jalen Hurts is the quarterback that you're taking for the game of your life, there will be a tombstone that says, "Here lies MJ. That nigga was tripping." Go ahead and explain why. Because I get it. That's your guy, Eagles fan. I get it. I see what's in the background. Here's the problem with your logic. At every single level, this man has shown us, even at his absolute best, it's the Jadakiss meme. It's good, but it's not enough. When he was at Alabama, he got benched for Tua because he couldn't read a smash concept. He couldn't figure out a high-low corner, and he kept throwing picks on that. That's literally why he got benched during that game, right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes to Oklahoma and figures out, oh, shit, I can be a quarterback now. And he's good. And then he runs into a buzzsaw at LSU. It's not enough. And in that game, it wasn't just, oh, okay, you ran into a buzzsaw. It's, oh, Jalen Hurts as a passer is good, but it's not enough. Fast forward to his NFL career. We finally get him to the point where, all right, we got an offense that's tailored around him. He's got weapons now. This whole thing is moving. The offensive line is great. We get into the Super Bowl. He is playing lights out, throwing dots left and right. It's one of the greatest single performances I've seen from a quarterback in my entire life in the Super Bowl, with the exception of that fumble. That was literally the difference in the game. And people forget that was the difference in the game because it didn't happen in the fourth quarter. That's the only reason he doesn't get killed for that. So again, it's the Jadakiss meme. It's good, but it's not enough. So for whatever reason, you have decided that, nah, this is going to be the dude that I hitch my wagon to. Dog, he going to send you to the knife circle of hell if that's the case.
So
Hold on, I got a question though. Like, if that's your logic, like he can't get it done. Like, I guess everybody outside of Mahomes they just not that guy then. Because none of those guys, Lamar definitely ain't do it.
See,
Lamar has never had a game like Hurts is at ever in the playoffs. Ever.
You're right. That's cool. What I'm saying is this, right? Because I get your logic with the whole Mahomes thing. That's my logic when it comes to how we judge the quarterbacks. I wasn't here to originally make that statement. I was here to talk more about the Eagles in general. I just had to address that because you was wilding. But to get back to what I really wanted to talk to, I do have a tiny bit of a gripe with the Eagles, specifically Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. because y'all tried to act like we was in the wrong for looking at y'all a little crazy, when the reality was y'all messy, bruh. Like y'all be telling y'all business out in front.
I gotta.
And then
hold on. Bro, hold on. I gotta ask this because
I want to talk
I ain't gonna
about
lie, MJ.
yeah.
You throwing the crazy Lamar live strays. So I gotta ask you this. Like, you throwing the strays. You think Jalen Hurts better than Lamar?
Game for
Yes,
your
he
life.
does.
Like, all right, like,
No,
bro,
it's
like,
no game.
like,
No,
not like, not like,
against your life.
all right, now,
What does that
through
mean?
through a
It's
whole
Jalen Hurts.
season.
Is Jalen Hurts better than Lamar Jackson?
No.
Like, not as like an actual player. Like, no, I ain't gonna wild out like that.
He just
But
says
he's not a winner. He's not a winner. Like, I mean, Lamar's not a winner.
You
like
must
Jalen
love
Hurts.
Brock.
Why is he
Not
not a
a
winner?
Not
Wait.
when you really-
Lamar's not a winner.
Why is he not a
Not
winner?
like not a winner. Like Hurts. Not a winner like
He's had the one, dude.
Oh,
He's had the 1 seed twice. How is he not a winner?
Bro, he beats up on bad teams. Come
He's in
play
the
the
AFC
Steelers.
North.
Come play the
He's in the
Chiefs.
AFC
Come play
North.
any
Bad team.
respectable team. My thing is, bro, he plays his biggest rival, the Steelers. He folds. He plays the best quarterback in the league. He folds, bro. I don't want that guy on my team.
Everybody
James
does.
Harden, bro. He's James Harden, dog.
Everybody plays 15 and they
Okay,
lose.
so
That's
hold
just
on.
how
Wait.
it is.
So MJ,
Everyone
you're telling
plays
me,
15
because
and
I'm not gonna
lose.
lie, watch the heart and disrespect. You're an AI fan. Watch that. But Lamar Jackson is not a winner, but Jalen Hurts is?
For sure. You know my man. You know what my man record is.
We gonna
Lamar,
participate.
wait,
Hold up. How many quarterbacks have had three 10-game winning streaks in their career?
That's Lamar Hurts.
You got Jalen Hurts, you got Tom Brady, you got
I could
John
do that if
Elway,
I
you got
hopped
all
on
these
that.
pantheon greats.
That offensive
All these
line.
pantheon greats, bro. All these pantheon greats, bro. That's the type
Correct me
of
if I'm
winner.
wrong.
How about-
Does he not
I
have
got
the
the
most
stat. I
wins?
got the stats of their records, by the way.
Go ahead.
Talk it.
Lamar is 71-29. Jalen Hurts is 49-26-1.
49-20, bro. We're not talking about that first year. We talking about from 2022.
You see what I'm talking about, man?
2022 to
You see
now.
what I'm saying?
Pause.
So bad.
MJ, you can't do
Every
that,
single year, this man's been in the
though.
playoffs,
You
bro.
can't,
He's a winner,
MJ,
bro.
you can't do that though, because we all know Lamar's first year starting was a unanimous MVP. So he started winning since he started to get go.
Bro, his regular season, like, all right, is he a better regular season quarterback? Yeah.
Jalen, okay, time out,
Yes.
pause.
Not in the
I can act
playoffs.
like Jalen Hurts' first playoff game
Jalen
was any
Hurts
good
Super
either.
Bowl performance. It was a Jalen Hurts Super Bowl performance. Chef's kiss. Yeah, he had the fumble, but as an overall masterclass.
Everything
Outside of
else
that, he ain't done
is
shit in the
everything
playoffs,
else.
What other
Jalen
playoff
Hurts
game has he really
What
been
other
like
playoff
that?
game besides
What
the
other
Super Bowl
playoff
did
game?
Jalen Hurts blow your mind? And the answer is none of them.
Not the Giants one.
He
not
hasn't
the
needed to
49ers.
be that.
Absolutely not.
Are you
Because-
acting
yeah,
like
but
he's
he
some
hasn't
all-time great
needed to.
playoff performer, but he's not. He's not like that.
He didn't need to be that. But
Okay,
my
but
thing
MJ,
is,
here's
but
the
here's what I'm saying. When Hurts was needed to be that, he showed up. You have Miles
Why
Sanders
didn't you do that versus
running
Tampa?
for 16 yards in the freaking Super Bowl, bro. This man running the ball and passing the rock.
MJ, you-
Playing the best quarterback in the league. We got
MJ.
a situation where Lamar.
Oh, you
Oh,
might
you
be
muted.
muted.
Muted your mic.
Yeah, his mic got muted for some reason.
Hold up.
Hold
Lamar
on.
Lamar Jackson, when he's actually like called upon, yo, we need you to do this in the postseason. We need you to take us there. He doesn't deliver. And I just don't get like why people just have revisionist history. Like this isn't who he is until proven otherwise. Now, again, in the playoffs this year, if he goes ahead, beats Josh Allen, beats Patrick Mahomes, I'll be the first one to give this man credit, bro. But until that, I haven't seen that, bro. So he can.
Okay, but here's my thing. I agree that Hurts hasn't needed to show up for a lot of his games. I agree. But what about the one last year? The Eagles were falling apart. Jalen Hurts needed to have that big moment against a Bucs team that was hot. And not only did he lose, he got swamped. It wasn't even close. That was over from the first quarter. So what about that game? Because that's a game where he was.
I'll say this. I'll be fair. I'll say this. When Lamar is better at carrying like so and so, like I don't want to say bums, but like regular guys, and like just being like a floor raiser, right? For sure. Because I think that would have been way different if AJ Brown played personally. But if you want to not Hurts, like, oh well, He still had Devontae. He still had Dallas Goedert. He still could have did better for sure. We all know that defense was terrible, though. We know that was a bottom 5 defense that got progressively worse after that 49ers game. The 49ers broke that Eagles team. They were not the same after that game, especially defensively. But I'll give you, like, Lamar is a better floor raiser. But if all things level or just complement, like relatively like the same, we just saw clear as day what happened this year. What? And the whole thing, I had Ravens fans talking about some Justin Tucker this, Justin Tucker that. Well, if you scored touchdowns, Lamar, if you actually run the ball, your mom was cussing you out because you wasn't running the ball because you was scared. When the bright lights come, you act like a turkey.
So nasty.
Act like a turkey. And so, like, that's how I see Lamar, bro. Like, bro, when he really is called upon to be that guy, when you really, really need him to do it. Last time I saw him do that was against the 49ers last year. I'll give him that. That was when I was like, all right, like, marquee game. It was a regular season, though. And I'll give
last time we seen it from Hurts 2 years ago.
From Hurts?
Yes.
When the last marquee game? This man outplayed Joe Burrow.
When?
No, he got to play this. Yeah, play the Bengals
in the
defense.
regular season, like you just said.
Yeah, we got to add context. We got to add
Bengals defense. Not
The Bengals defense is 31st in the league in points allowed per game. This is a bottom defense.
The Bengals are the worst defense in the league.
Either them or Carolina. It's one or the other.
He outplayed Lamar against the Ravens. That's cool. Boom, there.
Ravens defense?
You want to talk about?
I mean, one Ravens defense.
Head-to-head matchups.
Hold on.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, like, this whole head-to-head matchup, like, that really doesn't mean anything.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Donnie.
Why are we acting like Jalen was this magnificent quarterback versus Baltimore? Saquon was the reason you won that football game, not Jalen.
I have a question, like, and I'm glad you brought that up because when Saquon Barkley went on that 25-yard run to the crib, the Eagles were up. How did they get up? In that second quarter, Hurts was down 9 points. He needed to come back and climb up, and in that second quarter, had 2 tutties, 8 for 9, 99 yards passing. So, like, when he was needed to be that guy, he was that guy. Now, when Hurts is against, like, the criticism with Hurts, if you want to say against those bad teams like a Panthers team or whatever, those bottom tier quarterbacks, bottom tier teams, he plays down his competition, I'm totally with you. But when he's really needed to be that guy, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna show up, and he has his guys, and he has his guys. He'll.
What happened versus the Cardinals last year?
Bro, the defense was trash. The defense was
Wait.
Who threw the interception?
Hold on. Let me go. Hold on. Let me go.
Did the defense throw away the game?
I'm the Cardinal fan. Let me go on this one. MJ, your defense may have been bad. Could you name a single wide receiver that was starting out there in that game? You can't. Greg George, rookie Michael Wilson, who's average at best. Sure, Trey McBride, but he didn't do much that game. And Kyler still threw for like 250 and 3 touchdowns. Like, I understand the defense was bad. Dude, Arizona's offense was just as bad.
And who was it who had the ball at the end who ended up throwing that pick?
Yes, and that's true. That's true, Matt.
And no, that's the thing. You're saying 9 out of 10 times, but he's folding against bad defenses.
How is he folding? He still made the playoffs, though. My thing is, y'all be like this epic collapse, all this stuff. It was only an epic collapse because they started 10-1. They ended up still winning 11 games that year. Hines, bro, take a step back and be like,
it's MJ,
come on, MJ, just think what you just said. Just think what you said. Y'all went 10-1, and you say y'all won 11. Y'all literally went like 1-6 the rest of the second half of the season.
Like, what are we doing?
That's what they're trying to say.
So we picking and choosing.
And you're losing the bad teams.
Like, the Cardinals were a bad team. You lost.
Wait,
at home too. They lost to him at home.
Yeah, he didn't play good at all.
I'm just trying to think because I saw a Ravens defense that shut out Patrick Mahomes. That shut him out in the second half. What Lamar do? He ain't do nothing, dog. He do nothing. So we can pick and choose games. I'd rather pick and choose the playoffs versus the regular season when the Bulls still went to
So
the
basically,
playoffs,
in a nutshell, MJ, you just as a whole, as what you just trying to your main point
You
is
bigger than a Super Bowl.
all the hate that Jalen Hurts goes to, he should have the same energy towards like Burrow, Lamar type shit.
Yeah, Herbert too. Herbert is the most protected. He is. Oh my god, dog.
He's
Okay,
comfortably
so
better than Jalen
in
Hurts.
his top 5.
Wait, you think? Hold on, Jalen Hurts better than Justin Herbert?
Oh, 100%. That's a fact.
Why is that? Why is that?
He don't touch his,
Why is that?
he doesn't touch his dirty boot on a
Hold on,
Monday.
hold on.
I don't want to hear that.
Justin
Jalen Hurts
Herbert
can't hold
can't
Justin
tie
Herbert.
Jalen Hurt's
Let him know. Go ahead.
Justin Herbert can't tie Jalen Hurts' cleats, bro.
I'm so
Can
sure.
you imagine?
Whoa.
Can you imagine
on.
if-
Like,
can
what?
you imagine if Justin Herbert was on the
Bad
Eagles?
take after
Oh
bad
my
take.
god!
Hold on, Donnie,
bro.
Donnie.
This man had Keenan Allen.
Hold on.
Yeah, he had a.
Come on. Wait.
See the explanation.
So wait. You saying right now he can't tie his like you want to say he can't wear his jock strap? That's what you saying?
Bro, he can't tie his cleats, bro. I seen a man.
Who do you think's playing better right now?
Wasn't
Hurts
this
or
man up
Herbert?
like 30 points in the playoffs against Trevor Lawrence?
We still talking
And
about that shit,
folded,
bro.
dog. And
Bro, I can literally
Bro, one
fry
game
you
sample
for
size.
Hold on.
One game
MJ, I'm
One
gonna
game
fry you
sample
badly because MJ, remember how you were trying to talk about how like Miles Sanders, they weren't able to establish the run in the Super Bowl, and Jalen Hurts had so much weight. What were the Chargers trying to do against the Jaguars when they're up? Trying to establish the run, and they weren't able to do it. Why? Austin Eckler is a
It's
bum.
garbage.
And that terrible defense.
2.6 yards per carry.
I need you to explain to me. I
Keep the
know.
same
hold on.
energy.
I need you to explain to me why he can't wear his same cleats though. I need you to
They
explain.
think it's the other way around.
as a winner, it's not even close. Like,
Bro,
What does that even mean?
Bro.
What does that even mean?
Anything.
What does that mean?
Hold on, bro.
Jimmy Garoppolo winner.
And
What
I
you mean?
like,
Okay, so
people-
How is
people
Justin
say the
Herbert not
whole-
setting his team up to win, but Jalen Hurts is? Please explain that.
Justin Herbert?
How is Justin
Yo,
Herbert not
man,
setting his
Justin
team up
Herbert-
to win?
Can you name a signature moment in Herbert's career where he defied the odds? Hasn't
He's
happened.
only played one playoff game. I'm not going to
Raiders.
Right now.
Jalen Hurts, he's had bad defense his entire career. What the fuck is that
I can literally say every
Do I
game.
tell him the Herbert stat? Do I?
Like,
Yo,
yeah, I'm about to say.
you said name a game like where he defined the odds.
He
Damn near
defied
every
odds. He was
game.
like, oh,
Every
Herbert,
game, damn
oh,
near.
He has to
Herbert
every
really-
game
I mean-
because his
I mean,
defense
do
is
I
not
say the
helping him
stats?
at all. He's
Do I-
had the worst coach in the league for the
Okay,
past
so
3
that's
seasons.
you
Up
do
until
I
this year,
say
he
the
hasn't
stats.
had a good defense.
Wait, so MJ,
Okay.
so MJ,
We
time
talking
out,
about we talking about bad coaches.
MJ,
but
you
this
want to talk
man-
about defense?
Sirianni
Brandon
was the worst coach
Staley.
ever. Sirianni was the worst
Brandon
coach
Staley,
ever.
everywhere he goes, they lose.
Wait,
Everywhere he
so-
goes,
okay,
they
so hold
lose.
on.
Oh, and now you're trying to put out Sirianni.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You
Let's
should
not act
be
like
goalposts,
Sirianni's
bro.
coming. Andy Reid.
Trent,
Hold on. Wait,
stats?
so
Should I
okay,
say the
time
stats?
out. So MJ, so since you want to talk about like moments where Justin Herbert defined the odds, because you talked about the Eagles defense last year, you do understand, right? Outside of this year, Justin Herbert has had the worst defense for 3 years straight.
28 points.
So all the
per game,
times
they
that they're winning games is
Hold
because
on,
of Justin Herbert.
MJ. I'm
constantly
I
having
want
to
to
find
tell.
out.
I want
He's
to tell you.
constantly defining
Hold
moments.
on, MJ. I want to tell you a stat about Herbert, and everyone here already knows it. It's been on the pod multiple times, but so Herbert's best year was 2021. That was his second year when he had 5,000 yards, 38 touchdowns, all this stuff. That was his best year by far. That season, what if I told you the 2021 Chargers had a winning record, okay, despite having a bottom 3 defense in points allowed, okay? There's only 2 teams to do that in the entire 21st century. The Chargers and the greatest show on turf, the LA Rams, with Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, and all them boys. And Justin Herbert did it himself with a bad offensive line, weapons that were in and out of the lineup, and I already told you how bad that defense was. That was his defining moment.
Here's the definition of
That is the definition of a
He's not
Jalen Hurts ain't never doing that.
is.
That is
He's
the
the definition of
definition of a
elevation.
that is a Cam
That is-
Newton carry job. Like, he had nothing around him.
It's not even like, what are we doing?
Oh wait, so what, Durant? You think Justin Herbert cleared Jalen Hurts?
He can't touch, man. Jalen Hurts cannot touch his muddy boot on a muddy day. Bro, there's
No,
no conversation
No,
whatsoever.
what I'm saying is,
not
Justin
a
Herbert
compliment.
with bad coaching and bad help is still winning. Jalen Hurts, we saw what happened with him last year when this guy had
He
Brian
won
Johnson.
11 freaking games. Nick Sirianni.
Okay.
No, the same way they were talking about Brandon Staley. He was talking about Nick Sirianni. Don't lie.
Who's been in a better situation than Jalen Hurts the last 3 seasons? Nobody.
There's a roster.
Look
at the rosters, MJ.
Sirianni doesn't
use context with somebody else besides Jalen Hurts, please. Use context with someone else besides Jalen Hurts. It's okay to use context without Jalen Hurts.
A bum. That he's trash. So we talking about the defense last year was trash, and this man still was buying with
the 2021 Chargers defense is arguably worse. So
it is worse.
It is. It's not an argument. It is.
Just being nice. I'm just being nice.
Matt, you don't gotta be nice, bro. You don't gotta be nice. We all know.
No. One is bad. The other is bottom one.
The
bad.
Chargers defense allowed 27.5 points per game, and they had a winning record. 27.5, and they had a winning record.
I'm not hearing this.
You literally had
They had a winning record.
That's not uncommon. That should be a thing.
They had a worse defense. Justin Herbert. If not only were the Chargers winning just about the same as the Eagles, Justin Herbert was playing better than Jalen Hurts ever was with bad coaching staff. So what are we talking about? And you know what? And even in 2024, nothing has changed. Every single thing that Justin Herbert did better than Jalen Hurts in 2021, he still does better now. It doesn't make any sense.
It's funny that what did John Harbaugh do when he became the coach? He said, you know what? We're going to limit what you do, Herbert. We're going to run the ball.
Look at the roster.
You're not watching the game.
Look at the roster.
We're seeing the same thing. We're seeing the
Look at the roster.
What happened with Jordan Love? They was like, he throwing too many picks. Let's go ahead and put his pass.
Herbert wasn't putting the ball around the reason why they say
Herbert throwing too many picks.
Ultimately, bro, Justin Herbert was told, yo, just tone it down. It's clear.
How many picks did Jalen Hurts throw last year?
It's the reason why they got Joe because John Harbaugh was like, we gonna run the ball. We don't want you to
we're gonna protect the franchise quarterback.
Like,
is that a crazy idea?
Wait. You're saying it has nothing to do with Justin Herbert. Joe, nothing to do with Justin Herbert.
If you're telling me,
did Hurts not throw 15 picks?
Rocky, like what?
Playing Superman.
He led the league in picks.
Hold on.
No, he led the league in turnovers.
And turnovers too. And fumbles.
Yes.
Time out.
More than Josh Allen. Yes.
Maybe it's just like his fucking turnovers.
This is actually
Repeat what you just said, MJ. Repeat what you just said, bro.
John Harbaugh, his job was to not allow Justin Herbert to be Superman because that wasn't winning them games for real. It wasn't. That wasn't the answer. Okay. And we're seeing it across the league. Joe Brady, when he got inserted with the Bills, Josh Allen's a top 2, top 3 quarterback. His whole job was, I'm going to increase the workload of James Cook. I'm going to make sure this running game is A1. When Ken Dorsey was having this man, Josh Allen be Superman all the time, bro.
Okay, so wait, MJ.
Pause. Football 1-on-1. That's what he's doing.
No, time out. Pause. Hold on, Dre. Hold on. MJ, is that a bad thing?
That's not a bad thing at all.
No, my thing is when they asked Hurts to tone it down a little bit, now it's, he's the weakest link. He's getting carried, all this stuff.
When was it ever up?
Jordan Love and Justin Herbert are actually the same exact thing. Tone it down.
What?
When was he up here?
I don't know.
Jordan Love and Herbert in the same convo.
Hold on. Wait. Everyone chill out for a second. All right. Cool. First thing, you're being disingenuous with the Josh Allen point when it comes to them and Joe Brady. Here's why. It wasn't just that, we're going to increase the workload of James Cook. The reason why Ken Dorsey's ass got sent out the damn door is because he decided that, cool, the only way we're running the ball is if we are in shotgun and we run duo or inside zone. That is it. The only thing Joe Brady did was actually run a comprehensive offense. It was the opposite of the shit that they were doing with Lamar in Baltimore, where it was like, hey, we're going to run the most complicated run offense ever, but then run mesh and 4 verts as the bones of our passing offense. It was the exact opposite. They had all the passing concepts in the world and then had 2 run plays. He was
my
like,
thing is, Joe Brady did see that, like, but Joe Brady did see. He looked at what the offense was. Hold up, bro. I'm saying, Joe Brady looked at that offense. He said, "Yo, James Cook is one of the most efficient backs in the league. I'm going to increase his workload." That's the fact.
Okay, now let me finish my point.
Just repeating yourself.
Because you still talking about, well, they toned down the Superman. I don't know if you've been watching the games, but when it's high leverage moments, I promise you, number 4 is not getting the fucking handoff.
He picks his spots more. He's not being Superman. Now, if you want to go recency bias,
playing bully ball with a bunch of
wait. Are you?
If you want to go past, if you want to go off his most recent game when he was Superman for sure, but
it's not just
last
of
this whole season, he's not been asked to be Superman the whole entire game. Pick this spot. If you're telling me for the whole entire
most recent game, you could go to his past 2 games. It's the same thing.
Josh Allen has been Superman the whole season.
He's been like that the whole season. Ironically, the only time. Hold on, wait. Ironically, the only time it really didn't work this year was when they played Baltimore early in the season. For all your Lamar slander, like that's the funny part about all of it.
MJ, here's the thing, MJ. Like, there's a reason why people in the national media are saying or questioning: is this the biggest NFL carry job since Cam Newton? People have been saying that, and it's a legit valid question because the weapons he has, the talent he has around him, isn't all that special. And you've seen how bad the defense has been recently. Now, granted, they've had injuries, but still, it's been terrible. And the offensive line, great, sure, whatever. Those weapons around him, not only have they been inconsistent, Keon Coleman has missed games, Dawson Knox has missed games, Amari Cooper has missed games, Kincaid's missed games. They've missed so many games.
Cooper didn't even
and
get
Josh Allen is still most
that.
likely going to win the MVP because of that, because of the carry job he is doing. And
they
James
might
Cook's
win
been
6
great.
games.
James Cook has been awesome.
Might win 6 games.
No doubt about it, because having James Cook on that roster clearly helps, because it helps when you have a run game behind you, totally. But he's still 95% of this offense, dude.
Nobody's saying like he's not an MVP, he's not the upper echelon. But the Josh Allen before this season, before he got Joe Brady, Brian Daboll, he was on another level too. I mean, he's always been on another level. But let's not act like Joe Brady was intentional in being like, look, you are a top 3 quarterback, top 2, whatever. But we also want to be intentional in being like, all right, maybe for the third down, you 3rd and long, go scramble, go crazy. But we don't want you to be Superman for every single play. That's not what they on, bro. Not for every single play, bro.
Superman does not mean scrambling.
That's why Shane Steichen and Kellen Moore are geniuses.
I
going different limits, and so they make sure
my quarterback can carry every single down. Okay.
Look, hold on.
So what?
No quarterback has been purely asked to be Superman every single play since Cam Newton. So let's just.
It's really since Lamar, to be honest. But
no, Lamar, even
Lamar.
Okay, no, 2019.
2023.
I thought you meant like this year.
At least Mark Ingram produced, though.
Yeah, he was
still produced with Cam Newton.
980.
He was like that. Come on,
okay.
Dude, Ingram,
1,001.
It's logistics.
No, I thought Mark Ingram had more than that, didn't he?
1,100 yards, 200 yards more. Oh my god!
All right, look. Anyway, my point is this, right?
10 touchdowns.
We've gone way far left with the Jalen Hurts thing. Don't get me wrong. Great quarterback. Love him. You're doing too much. I want to get back to the bigger issue of, again, y'all have all of this messy stuff going on in the locker room that's going on publicly, and it's, oh, well, AJ Brown, what do you need to fix? Passing. You sitting here pouting in front of the media, and then after the game, here come fucking fake ass LL Cool J with this chain on, sitting at the damn podium talking about, well, this is what y'all wanted to see, huh? No, that's what your mans wanted to see. Don't look at us. We ain't
that was crazy.
We ain't say nothing, dog.
I love that because how I saw it, bro.
Why do you love that? That's things that teams do when they're losing.
You gonna let me explain? Or you gonna keep on talking?
Bro, wait. Let me hold on. Let me finish my point.
Right.
My thing is, I don't want them to be beefing. Them two are clearly close homies. But my whole thing is this: don't act like we did something or we took something out of context when both of y'all was acting stupid in public in front of us. Because who the hell I'm gonna believe? You or my lying eyes?
Like, sure. It's just what it is. It's what it is.
I don't really feel like it was that big. Like, all right, so what was the issue in the Panthers game?
Only little thing about it.
The issue in the Panthers game was, like, if you could say issue, it was the passing game. So the media asked this man a question. He said passing. Now, if somebody want to say, well, AJ, you could say more than just one word. All right, fine. I feel like he was more just like, hey, for us to reach the goals that we want to reach, we gotta not only be great running the ball, but also passing the ball. And we saw the next game, he was passing the rock at a high level. But Brandon Graham was out of pocket. That pissed me off. I was at happy hour. I seen that John WIP. I was like, what are you doing, dog? What are you doing? But then the discourse throughout the week was that I saw Acho say, are the Eagles hiding something? Chase Daniel is a certified Jalen Hurts hater, bro. All these people, you saw the discourse. So let's not even act like, oh, like there was no discourse about this guy can't throw. And I was defending this man, and then he was like, oh, well, he's not going to do it against the Steelers. And he went ahead and did it. So it was definitely discourse. And so when he said, is this what y'all wanted? I'm glad he said that, because it's like, bet, like, y'all try to say that this man ain't this, ain't that. Keep down the man. But it took y'all forever to say that Trevor Lawrence is a bum until it was clear as day. And y'all still glazing Justin Herbert, still glazing Joe Burrow, still glazing these quarterbacks that haven't won as much. So how about, this is what y'all wanted? All right, bet. So that's what it is.
Wait.
I think we glaze Joe Burrow for winning.
Wait, everyone stop. I just need to say this, and I need to make it abundantly clear, because you keep bringing up the word winner.
None of those niggas.
Bro, wait, stop.
Damn.
By all of the metrics, Jalen Hurts has won nothing, and he's won less than some of the guys you are saying they can't hold a candle to him in terms of regular season wins, in terms of accolades, whatever. Like, I need you to understand that. Like, I get it, Mahomes is the current big dog, but like, don't sit here and act like Jalen Hurts is just hey, it's 12 wins every year, and it's all on Jalen Hurts' shoulders, and he's just no ring, bro. He just like he has no
going off that logic, everybody ain't shit.
MJ to me, nobody shit. MJ, look, to me, outside of Patrick Mahomes, and if you want to say Stafford because he's the last one to win a ring in the 20s, losers.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
All right, Aaron Rodgers top 3.
Burrow ain't loser. Like,
what about Joe Flacco?
Because my thing is, MJ, if you don't care about
shout out Joe Flacco.
If you don't care about regular season and you keep bringing up, oh, he still won 11 games, this and that, in the regular, it shouldn't matter to you. He still got no rings. He played 95%.
I ain't never seen a runner-up. I ain't never seen one being a runner-up in the Super Bowl to get you this far up in the ranking. Like, bro, good God.
I have.
It's one game. It's one game.
LeBron, did you say LeBron James?
No,
you just like teleport.
I thought you said
right?
LeBron.
Right? You
That's the only one playoff game you can. What other playoff game
you right?
What other playoff game are you going off of?
Okay, so before we actually get to the Eagles game and just talk about the Eagles in general, so we
ain't got there yet.
MJ, I got one last question for you. Then I'll ask you more about the Eagles game and just in general. So we saying all this, right? Y'all got the offense. You got 2-6, best running back in the league, about to go for 2K. You got AJ Brown, Smitty, Jalen Hurts doing his thing. The defense now is elite. You can't say all the shit last year about that. Like, the defense is going stupid. MJ, if y'all don't win this year, what are you saying?
All right, so if it's an early first round exit,
God.
and if it's an early first round exit, and it's a reason because early this season I was saying like Sirianni got to go. I've given him credit where credit is due, but I haven't apologized to him because I say, yo, you got to get to the Super Bowl, or at least, you got to get a Super Bowl, because I ain't about to apologize and then you get first round exit. So I think first guy to go is Sirianni if it's a first round exit, like for sure. Now, in the event that like maybe they face, I don't know who they have, maybe like the Commanders, like in the first round, something like that, or maybe they get the
seed are
bye.
the Eagles?
Maybe they face like the Rams or Bucks, something like that. And Hurts has a terrible game. He's turning over the ball. I'll be the first one to say like he did not get it done.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes down to like Hurts or Sirianni, we know like Sirianni is expendable. So that's what it is. Like, and I think Sirianni has done a great job this season, given the drama and stuff and being able to like wade that storm. He should get credit. Same way out he got blamed for when stuff wasn't going right. That's the only right way we gotta do it. But if they have an early exit, it's gonna be looking at Sirianni and maybe Vrabel or somebody like that come in, bro. Like, because I've seen us fire a guy who won a Super Bowl. So like, I'm sorry, like until everything's on the table for Sirianni unless he get it done or at least get to the Super Bowl.
All right. So I'm gonna start off backwards. So, yo, Josh, you here? Oh, Josh here.
Yes, indeed, I'm here.
All right, bet. Cool. Let's actually talk about the game because the Jalen Hurts. It's always fun to talk about Jalen Hurts on this platform. Everybody got different opinion about him. It's always fun.
Talk about it.
So, of course, Eagles beat the Steelers. Steelers got put in the box. Plain and simple. With all these injuries, these lines is having, because they having some pretty major injuries. Is it now to say that the Eagles are the clear favorite to win the NFC?
See, even with the Lions healthy, they were my favorite to win the NFC. And like after hearing MJ talk, I hate the fact that I'm even caping for these guys. But hey, man, it is what it is. The roster to me is stacked. Defensive side of the ball is stacked. Like guys like Zach Bond, them outperforming expectations. Milton Williams, I've talked about him like 50,000 times on here. Like they're the clear favorites to me. It is what it is. They're stacked.
JJ, you here?
Yo.
Yeah, come on. What you think?
Hey man, y'all better stop disrespecting Hurt's name, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yo, yeah, he trolling.
JJ, put your camera on.
Hold up. But
He's smiling right now too.
No, I'm not.
He's trolling.
I do not. With all the injuries to the Lions, though, you know what I'm saying. I already told you how I felt about the Eagles, man. They the Justice League of the league. You feel me? You got all the superpowers, all the superhumans over there. If the Lions wasn't as beat up as they were at this point, they're waiting for it. They need the playoffs to come around the way it's looking for them. But if they wasn't as beat up as they were, I still have them going against the Eagles in the NFC chip and potentially winning it. But honestly speaking, man, the way the Eagles are looking, as long as they can stay hot and they can keep on doing what they're doing and keep their rushing attack going, I got them. You feel me? So
Tegan? Oh,
I'm trolling chat.
He just did, ironically. Durant, go ahead though.
Chat, how I'm trolling.
Yeah, ain't gonna lie. After the way the Eagles got talked about for the last 45 minutes of my time, I really just want to hate. But yeah, they're probably the favorites. The Lions, some injuries. Liam McNeil, Montgomery, Carlton Davis. It just added on more injuries to what they already had. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the Eagles. They're probably a clear favorite at this point. I don't see no team really beating them as it is right now.
Donnie?
I think I could see a world, and I'd still pick the Eagles probably, but I think there's a world the Vikings win out, they get the 1 seed because they'll hold the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
If they win out, they hold the tiebreaker over the Eagles. I did research on that. They get the 1 seed. There's a world maybe they can pull it off just because the coaching is that good. And, the offense hasn't been playing that well. They have Jettas, Addison, Hawkinson, all this stuff. The pass rush has been killing it. Dallas Turner has been emerging recently, all this stuff. Still think it's probably the Eagles, though, just because it's obvious, but obviously it's just the quarterback gap. Like, I'm trusting Jalen Hurts in an NFC title game over Sam Darnold any day of the week. So, yeah, I'd probably say Philly, but I don't want to fully lock it up, but I would say it's like 75-80. They're probably the favorites.
Don't sleep on Green Bay.
Lucas?
Strange.
I was about to say, I would still probably take the Eagles over any other team, but I don't think it's like there's definitely a gap. But if the Lions could keep putting up 40 a game, I don't really see a way that they're going to stop putting up 30, 40 a game. The offense has just really been a wagon the entire year. So I don't really think it's like they're just leaps and bounds about every other team, but there's the favorite right now.
Trey?
I'll be honest. I don't trust the Eagles, mostly because I don't trust Sirianni. And ironically, after all the conversation that we had, I don't trust Jalen. I don't trust Jalen Hurts. I don't have a reason to really trust him. But also, if I'm being quite frank, I also don't trust the Lions. Like their entire team is on IR. And I don't care how well Jared Goff plays. Like Jared Goff, he is what he is to me. Like he's going to eventually show up and be, oh, it's good, but you kind of screwed up here. Like even last year, that was kind of what it was. It was you played well, and then you did. Like that's kind of what he is when he's put in those situations. And the way that team is currently constructed, it looks like it's gonna fall on his shoulders if the Lions want to really represent the NFC. And I don't trust it. So I don't know which way to sway because the Eagles have the better team right now and they're healthier, but I don't trust their quarterback. Like I need him to be consistent, especially with the weapons that you have. Like there isn't a reason for you to ever not be consistent. I'm sorry, there isn't. Like Kellen Moore isn't the greatest offensive coordinator, but no shade, he ain't Brian Johnson last year, who was calling 4 verts every play. Like you got enough there, dog. You should be consistent by now, and not. So to me, it's still kind of a toss up.
I mean, MJ, of course, you already think you got a clear favorite.
I was about to say we already know what's
I
going
gotta respond. But like,
go ahead.
I just don't like if this man has his weapons. When have we seen this man full? Like that was my whole thing. Like we've never seen this man full when he's had his weapons. You talk about the Buccaneers game earlier this year. It's about the Buccaneers game. He didn't have AJ Brown. I think that would have been different if he had AJ Brown.
He didn't fumble the Super Bowl.
So I'm like,
what if he doesn't fumble that football, Trey?
Trey,
I mean, he's still put 35. If you want to say the fumble, all right, cool. But the guy still put up 35 points.
Holding is crazy.
He played out of his mind. But by your standards, that would be considered a fold.
I think he beats any quarterback in the league outside of Mahomes. Like if he played any other quarterback, I think he win that joint with that performance. But like more on like the team, I think this Eagles team is over 2022 because they don't have to rely on Hurts to be Superman. Like I think we can all agree like 2022 was the best Hurts.
Hey, all of us, I don't know, but
2022 was the best Hurts.
99% of the panel would, but
2022 was the best Hurts for sure.
Yeah.
And then now we're seeing like he might have a game against the Steelers or like the Bengals where he shows that 2022 Hurts, but he doesn't have to be that guy. He can be like, hey, Saquon can go for 200 some yards, and this defense they don't have as many sacks as they did in 2022, but from all three levels, from the defensive line, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams been having a freaking year. Yeah,
I know he's carrying her.
Nolan Smith is a guy too that like he started off slow, and then now we're seeing this man really pick up steam. So the edge rushers they doing their job. Zach Bonds having if this is my first time ever watching the NFL, I would be like, oh yeah, Zach Bonds, he's probably an all-pro caliber guy like every year, like. And you would never thought that. Vic Fangio saw something I never saw in the guy. I was like, he might have been a special teams guy or whatever. So, and then Quinyon Mitchell. Oh my God. Cooper DeJean, you saw that man dump Derrick Henry. So I think all the levels, that defense is really nice. There's not a team. The only team that really like scares me is Baker and Stafford. Like, those are like the only guys, like the Buccaneers, like the Rams, like Jordan Love and the Packers, nah. Jared Goff and the Lions, that defense is not gonna be able to do nothing. And I just don't trust Jared Goff. Definitely not gonna trust Sam Darnold. Jalen Daniels, he'll be a superstar one day, but for a year, I don't expect much. But I'd probably say I'm most scared of the Bucs just because of what Todd Bowles has done to Hurts. But I still like us to go ahead and do it. But like if your reservation is Hurts being the weakest link, I'm letting you know that won't be that won't happen.
By nature of y'all's roster, that is exactly what he is. And it's not necessarily a knock to him.
It's just how good the roster is, yeah.
So wait, so you're more scared of the Bucs than the Vikings?
Not the Packers.
Bro, I'm not scared of Sam Darnold. Baker Mayfield, that's a baller.
You're scared of Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield's a baller, yes.
Baker Mayfield.
You brought up Todd Bowles. You brought up Todd Bowles. You're not scared of Brian Flores?
You got a Baker, but you dismissed the Packers like Jordan Love.
Kevin, I mean, literally, the Vikings
are a better Bucs.
The Vikings are going to have the coach of the year probably.
They are better than the Bucs in every way.
Wait, MJ, why are you not? They've been putting on, bro. You're not jacking the Vikings.
Are they not a better version of the Bucs?
Why did the Packers get dismissed like that?
I feel like
it's the Sam
because their secondary sucks. That's why. Shout out McKinney.
Yeah.
But yeah, those corners.
But like the blitz package that like Todd Bowles has, they really that's the one guy he's had the edge over Hurts for sure since his first year starting.
Brian Flores is known for sending guys to the quarterback.
Brian Flores hasn't had Hurts number in his career. He hasn't. Todd Bowles has. Todd Bowles. I'm going with the guy historically has had the man number.
Does Brian Flores play Jalen Hurts for you to say that?
No. But MJ, you do understand the same way that Todd Bowles neutralizes Jalen Hurts and makes him struggle is exactly what Brian Flores specializes.
When has Brian Flores done that?
And they have better personnel to do that as well.
When has he done that? You can say he's good. I've seen Todd Bowles do it.
Okay, that's fine. If you're not saying that he hasn't done it, that's not his fault. That just because Jalen Hurts doesn't appear on Brian Flores' schedule of quarterbacks to game plan for, it doesn't mean that he can't do it when we know the personnel that Brian Flores and the Minnesota Vikings have and the way that they can scheme for almost any quarterback in the league. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that if Todd Bowles is able to send extra guys and make Jalen Hurts struggle, Brian Flores can do the exact same thing because he's been doing that ever since he was with New England. That's what Brian Flores is.
Especially with the guys at the play style of Jalen Hurts.
So y'all gonna tell the Eagles fan like that. What coach has his quarterback's number?
Yeah, like him, bro.
I'm serious though. Like I'm serious.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm low key with MJ on this one. Like I'm low key with you.
Like even respect to Brian Flores. We know who he is. He gonna get it done regardless. But y'all really gonna get mad at him for saying that he knows what coordinator and what coach has his quarterback's number? Are we serious?
I mean, Todd Bowles does.
No, but it's why does Todd Bowles have that? Brian Flores does the same thing, just better.
No, bro,
that's not the point, though, Mike. That's not the point.
You've seen it more versus Todd Bowles than Brian Flores, bro. That's the point.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Like if you're
all right, well, when we see it in the playoffs, then we'll know that we've seen it.
Like what the
I mean, but you got to see it to
we
believe.
can still speculate. We can still all right. Never mind. So based deductive reasoning.
No, y'all can speculate. I'm not. That ain't no problem. I'm just saying.
Gonna go somewhere.
He said.
It's like Dave
saying. Dave saying he wouldn't want to see a specific team in the offs just for this obvious reason, and no other reason other than the fact that they have their number. That's it.
All I'm gonna say.
Give me the Bucks. Hey, I rather see the Bucks than Minnesota.
All I'm gonna say is, I know you're saying you're not worried about the Vikings, but all I'm gonna say is just hope they don't win out because they can cause you problems. That's all I'm gonna say.
We'll see Sam Darnold in the playoffs.
So,
now that's something I did not expect.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. He's been balling.
All right, so we're gonna get to this Bills Lions game. Of course, that was a crazy game, shootout. But before we get to that, I want to specifically talk about the MVP race. Of course, we've been talking about it, but now since we getting late down to the year, it's really starting to heat up. So I have a question for the people who think Josh Allen's MVP. So if y'all thought Josh Allen was MVP last year, why isn't Lamar Jackson your MVP this year?
You said what?
If y'all thought
because the numbers
hold on. If y'all thought Josh Allen was MVP last year, why is Lamar Jackson not your MVP this year?
Because the numbers gap from last year compared to this year,
Lamar Jackson
night and day. Even this year, they're so much more comparable than last year. Last year, Josh Allen had like 45 total touchdowns. He led the league in total yards and total touchdowns by a long shot.
Okay,
this year it's so much closer. This year it's so much closer.
It is pretty comparable.
Lamar's numbers compared to Josh Allen is night and day.
It's night and day. No, it's not.
It's pretty comparable.
How is it?
Lamar leads. No, Lamar has Allen in every category.
Listen, Trent,
it's not a huge gap.
Hold on, Trent. Listen, hold on. Listen. He might lead in most of the stats, but most of the stats are super close.
But Lamar's stats are comfortably better.
No, they're not. They're not comfortably better.
Why they
not? No, they're not.
Why they not? Wait, I have to clarify. It's passing stats.
That's what I'm saying. Like. Well, that's the main thing because we already know Lamar.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Trent. I gotta be fair because you know how I am when it comes to the way people treat touchdowns when it comes to quarterbacks. If I'm fair with Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson and all these other guys who affect the game on the ground, because a lot of the knocks for those guys have been, well, those are rushing TDs.
Okay,
they count the same way as passing TDs. So if I'm gonna say that about Lamar and the rest of them, I have to say the same about Josh Allen because I was thinking the same thing that you were saying until I realized that Buddy has 11 rushing touchdowns.
For sure.
Like Trent, here's the thing.
Lamar's numbers.
Hold on, Trent. I agree with what you're here. Trent, here's the thing. I agree with what you're saying, but here's the thing. He does lead in most of those stats. Total touchdowns, he leads by one. He has one more. He has 100%, but he has one more. Total yards, he has more, not by a lot. Completion percentage is better. The advanced stats lean Josh Allen. Josh Allen, higher EPA plus CPOE, higher EPA per play, all that stuff. He has better advanced numbers. He's number one in QBR. Lamar's number one in passer rating. So all these stuff, Lamar, yes, has better numbers, but we're talking it's a clear 1-2. Last year, you could argue 4 guys had better raw production than Lamar. Purdy, Allen, Dak. Like, you can argue that. That's why I said Allen was the MVP last year, because his raw numbers were so much better. This year, the reason I give it to Allen is because the raw numbers are, yes, Lamar's are better, but they're comparable, but we know the carry job isn't even close. That's why I'd give it to Josh Allen.
I don't know. It's kind of confusing me because at one point it's like
I'm fine if you think
is the MVP a numbers thing or is this we actually gonna watch you say who to play? Because at the end, the narrative
doesn't matter. And also another reason, and you know why Lamar won it last year because he had the big wins. Allen is the sole reason why they beat the Chiefs. At the end, he was playing like the best quarterback in the league. 100%. And when you watch the Lions game, you saw him go full Superman against what was called the best team in football. So it's narrative.
Because to me personally, in my opinion, if Lamar wins out, they went out and they win a division because Steelers already clinched the division. And depending how his numbers look, like by the end of the season, I think he probably gonna be MVP. Well, he should.
I think they have to win.
He should.
Even if you think he should, they're not going to give it to him. I
don't think they'll give it to him because.
Dude, Josh Allen might go. We see the numbers he's been putting up recently, dude. He might do the same thing the next 3 games. Do you know the schedule he has to play? He has to play the Patriots twice and the Jets. Like, he hasn't played the Patriots yet.
Because Lamar probably gonna finish the year 43-5. Like that's some Aaron Rodgers shit.
100%.
That's some Aaron Rodgers shit. And they probably went out when they division too.
And Josh Allen might finish because the thing is the total yards and total touchdowns are close. But the thing is the competition that Josh Allen's going to play compared to what Lamar's going to play, you would figure Josh Allen is going to put up better numbers against the teams he has to play.
I hate to be that. I hate to be that guy, but they're going to look at that game against the Chiefs, even though it's not Lamar's fault. They're going to look at that and like, oh, Josh Allen beat the Chiefs. He also beat the Lions. Like,
do you not say Lamar smashed them head to head? If we looking at like who
it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter.
It's a more of a Derrick Henry game, but Lamar still played good.
Lamar still did his thing, but I just think like, bro, like
They're gonna look at Derrick Henry going for like.
I mean, another thing, like recency bias plays a lot in the MVP. I think we all know this, and that game was all the way back in September. So MVP voters are not going to care about it as much, which I think is dumb. But that's just how it works.
Man, that's what I'm saying. To me personally, I see this. That's an MVP. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see that. That's an MVP.
But Josh Allen could also finish something, or maybe not quite that, but something around there, while also having a better record and beating the one.
I understand it. I'm just.
I mean, especially if you're going to like,
you're
going here to like give the nod to guys who do things that are more difficult. Like we say it all the time. Myles Garrett, what he does is more difficult than TJ Watt. What Travis Hunter does is more difficult than Ashton Jenkins,
bro.
Wait, no, wait. What Josh Allen is doing is more difficult than what Lamar Jackson is doing.
I'm not letting you get this off. I don't want you. I don't want you to talk. No, I don't care.
Shut up, Kieran. Let him get it off. Let's go, man.
So, what TJ Watt is asked to do
Josh Allen does have a harder job. He does.
Yeah. And we give Cam Newton a ton of credit because, like the job that he had to do, it was difficult. I mean, I feel like we should just keep that same energy for Josh Allen here because it's the same.
I mean, the narrative is right there for Allen.
I mean, Cam has
the carry job.
Okay. Well, yeah, obviously, but I mean,
giving the MVP to a wild card team is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
I mean, people said Josh Allen still MVP last year, but I mean, it's fine. So,
no, the Bills won. The Bills won the division.
I think he meant wild card.
They had a bye?
No. Oh, I get what you mean. I
think he meant wild card.
I think he meant his second place team.
And before I get to MJ, so we can actually talk about the game, Eagles Nation, I would hear he does still have a really good chance to break a record, but the way how these odds is looking, bro, he like plus 1,500 now because he just didn't have a good game. He gonna have to do some wild.
Wait, I have a question. Is he hurt? I saw a report on that.
I don't know if
I think he got like a neck, but like they try.
I mean,
he's still like back in the game. I feel like
to answer your question, who isn't banged up at this point? We're on a week 15.
But let's get to this. So let's get to this game. Like I said before we of course.
What? He's not banged up.
I'm gonna start with you, MJ. Like I said, that was a phenomenal game. Josh Allen masterclass. Jared Goff. It's ironic. He had like 400 yards, 5 TDs. They lose, but when he has 5 picks, 100-some yards, they win. Yeah, so it's super high. But start with you, MJ. Is it looking like the Bills might be the AFC favorites?
Can never make them the favorite over the Chiefs. Can never do that. And I feel like the way that we talking about the Chiefs is like they got 5 losses like the Ravens. Like they the number 1 seed in the AFC coming off back-to-back chips. Like they gonna find a way. I don't know if they got some black magic or something, but they find a way, bro. And so if you're talking about Mahomes, Andy Reid versus Josh Allen and Sean McDermott, I think you can really say like Josh Allen, Mahomes to pick, like they basically cancel each other out. But that gap between Andy Reid and Sean McDermott is huge. It's very huge. So I'm giving and Steve Spagnuolo, I mean, like what he's done, best defensive coordinator in the game. So I'm gonna always give it to the Chiefs until proven otherwise. People talking about Josh Allen he's playing like the best quarterback right now for sure. But I can never make them the top dog until like they actually prove it in like the postseason. I can't do that.
All right, Trey.
You already know what the hell I'm gonna say. I'm not betting against Kermit the Frog ever again. Point blank period. I don't care if they got a bunch of receivers they can't catch. I don't care if he got a high ankle sprain, because it feel like every year at this point, Buddy got a high ankle sprain going into the playoffs, and somehow he have a Jordan flu game on one leg for the whole. So look.
Hey, speaking of which, I swear he lying about that. They just got to be lying about that at this point, bro. There's just no way.
No. I saw that hit. They folded that boy
bro.
like a New York slice.
Trey, ain't no way he always getting a high ankle sprain and he's still balling. It's not real.
Like a foldable bed.
Hold on, wait. You want to know
once you get one, it's high probably get another one.
Wait, you want to know why he's always got a high ankle sprain? Because he is always holding the ball and putting himself in the most awkward positions trying to throw it at the very last second. He puts himself in harm's way the way he plays.
And when your tackles suck that much.
I was just about to say, and on top of that, they've had Joe Tooney playing guard Wanye Morris, me, MJ, Donnie, Kieran.
Thanks,
like,
Trey.
Notice how you ain't saying me because I'm elite. But anyways,
No,
No,
you're
I didn't
washed.
say-
You're
I
washed.
didn't say-
better.
I didn't
Yeah,
say
you know what, Josh, you're better than Kinsey Sumatia.
I mean, it's not that difficult to be better than Wanya Morris, so I can't.
Or Kinsey Sumatia. Hey, cousin of Peninsula, by the way.
Like, I'm never at this point until I see them lose. I'm never betting against them because, to MJ's point, there is something to be said about a team that has gone deep in the playoffs consistently. Like, that's just the reality of it. It's not about a winning gene or like any kind of mojo or black magic. It's just, no, they have experience. They've been in high leverage situations before. And they're a well-coached team from top to bottom.
Michael
Like,
Penix is starting. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Falcons just benched Kirk Cousins. Michael Penix is starting.
Dad, fuck this.
JJ.
No.
Trent.
I'm so sorry for interrupting you, Trey. I needed to.
No. I'm glad you said that.
Oh, Kirk got benched is crazy.
That's nuts.
Trent.
Kirk got benched is crazy.
Trenton.
He's playing like ass. Like, what do you want?
Nah, he got benched is crazy.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
You know it's a big deal when JJ got to turn his camera
Penix
on.
is starting next week, Donnie.
No way! No way!
This is crazy.
No way! No way!
He got benched, bro.
He got benched.
Trenton.
That's nuts.
He gonna put up 300 yards against the Giants next week.
Hey, y'all called it last week. Y'all called it last
Nah.
week. Nah, he really.
Crazy.
I didn't think it was going to happen this early. Like, even with how bad that
I
is.
did.
Bad, bro.
I did.
JJ, how you feeling?
At 5 starts, 1.
Shout out Trey.
How you feeling, JJ?
Hold on.
Hey, Trey, your Kirk Cousins hate.
Hold on. So
Now, believe me later on.
Bro, this man, bro, I already know this man Trey was.
JJ.
This man Trey was on.
JJ.
ATL.
Atlanta fan.
ATL. FC.
Your friend.
Any words, man? Any words?
Really?
What's
Hey, look though. I'm never gonna go against the coach, but I do think I'm gonna be honest. Kirk ain't been playing well. I'm telling you that right now. And I was gonna tell y'all this anyways once we got to the Falcons. I'm gonna be real. He ain't been playing well. It's okay. But I do think this is gonna negatively affect him. And all the last 2 weeks, you saw Raheem. He's backing Kirk. This week, when they was talking about it, he wasn't standing behind it for real. He wasn't. Well, he didn't say, "Oh yeah, Kirk's our quarterback." Blah blah. He just said he was kind of like up in arms. So this is. I'm not fully surprised.
Hey,
I'm not fully surprised, but this is
statement. I can read the statement.
It's crazy. Go ahead, read that for me, bro.
Yeah, read the statement.
Right. After review, we have made the decision. Michael Penix Jr. will be the Falcons starting quarterback moving forward. This was a decision, and this was a football decision, and we are fully focused on preparing the team for Sunday's game against the New York Giants. That was it.
And it's the perfect game to start his ass.
Yeah, that is a great game to start him with. That is a great game to start him on.
Look, all I could do is support what the coaches do. I just do think that that will negatively impact Kirk because obviously he's a vet. I mean, he's a vet, but at the end of the day, you take away your starting position. You've been playing bad. You're on a bad slump, and they add to it by benching you, and then let the team not win this game next week against the Giants, or we play even worse.
Bro.
Right? I'm just gonna be honest. It's gonna be a bad look.
No, it'll be an uproar.
Y'all not lose to the Giants, bro. Y'all not lose to the Giants.
Chat. This is the stuff. This is the stuff that they were talking about in the offseason, right?
The Giants might be the worst.
Giants will not win a
hold
game.
on. This is the stuff that the guys on the panel were even saying in the offseason where, like, as me being a Falcons fan, I'm going to sit here and be like, at the end of the day, it's good for him to get his reps and learn from Kirk, which he has been doing. But at the same time, they were not lying about the fact that you're still paying a quarterback $108 million and you're going to sit him year one? Like, let's just be real. I don't know what happened to him, bro. He went from the first 6 weeks playing like a top 10 quarterback, dang near top 5, throwing for 500 against Trey and Trent's Pops team, you feel me? To then going and just crapping the bucket. It's a lot more than just Kirk, though. But look, Trey, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get what you want to say off because I know how you feeling about, bro. And you've been waiting on this fall off.
Yeah,
you've been waiting on that.
Hey guys,
Trey, how many nights have you been praying for it?
No.
That's crazy.
JD versus Penix.
I used to pray for times like
JD
this.
versus
Oh,
Penix.
wait, I'm not a praying person, but hey,
Wow.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you guys why it fell off? Can I go ahead and say that? Because you relied on a nigga that's almost 40 coming off an Achilles injury. What is wrong with you?
Straight say he's not the prayer person, but he always be talking like he preaching.
That shit never made sense.
G, come join up real quick.
Like that's the whole reason. The whole reason why I'm acting like this is because when I said this at the beginning of the season, everybody looked at me like I was being a jerk. My only point was Kirk Cousins, at every place that he has left past Washington, has been asked to elevate the team. He hasn't been able to do it for whatever reason.
Why do you always bring up that point? That's not true.
Shut up.
Stop bringing up a point that's a lie, bro. But go ahead. Stop bringing up that dumbass point. That's a bad point. That's not true. Stop bringing that dumbass shit up, bro. That's not true.
You can add whatever context you want, but the results are the results.
It's not true.
My only point,
Nigga, we just got on MJ for using no context. You doing this shit right now with Kirk. Fuck out of here.
We've talked about the context ad nauseum at this point. You
like that, but I'm just saying though, like that's a badass point. He does.
My only point is this: you brought him in because you said, okay, Desmond Ridder is absolute garbage. This motherfucker is the bottom of the dumpster. If we can just get a quarterback to play at a serviceable level, we make the playoffs.
Well, he was more than serviceable for the first 7 weeks.
But my problem was, I told you, going out and relying on a guy who was almost 40, coming off an Achilles injury. It's not an ACL. It's not a broken leg. We're talking about the one injury in football and in sports in general that we still really don't have an answer for medically. Like you can come back from it, but you're never really the same. And once you get that injury at that age, you can't rely on that guy for a full time.
Bring up Kevin Durant, bro.
I will say though, like in the Falcons' defense, all right. If you want to knock on them, I feel like they should have been new if Penix was their guy and they knew they were going to draft him in first round. You should have been like you should have been knew that. What this tells me was they paid Kirk and then saw more film of Penix and was like, oh no, like he's the answer. That's where you messed up. Because I feel like you should have been knew he was the guy. Now you have a rookie quarterback. Now you get to build a team around him. Versus now, even if you cut Kirk, it's $65 million in
dead money. It's just stupid.
And my last job, I just feel like, all right, like I can't really
nobody trading for him either.
I get like, all right, he coming off an Achilles. The only thing in the Falcons, the defense is that like he's a pure pocket guy, but this man hasn't thrown multiple TDs since November 3rd.
Yeah, it was like weeks.
He's been one TD in 9 plays in the past 5 games.
So look, hold on. I just want to say this. In the whole Achilles thing, if you want to say that, fine. But I'm not gonna sit here and that's not the reason why Kirk was benched, is because of him showing that his weakness on the Achilles. We watched the tape all year. We watched them boys all year. Every single one of us. And for us to still be going at and trying to say it's the Achilles that's what's holding Kirk back is literally, I feel like that's just a lazy argument to make when considering the fact of what has just happened over recent weeks. Over the last 5 weeks in 4 games, it's not about Kirk having a bad Achilles. It's about the way he's playing, period. The stuff that we're doing on 3rd and 4th downs, the type of throws that he's making. This is probably one of the lowest points of Kirk has ever had.
Yo, man, I'm gonna bring you down real quick.
Right? You got multiple things where we're sitting here watching, right? We're here watching Kirk go in and he's slicing up defenses and doing and G, you got it after me, bro. But I just want you to say this. you got multiple instances of Kirk holding it down and doing all this other stuff. But in recent weeks, it's just Kirk is not looked like he's been able to read the field properly, right? Being able to go through, and even when he is going through his progressions, put the ball in the right place. I'm not gonna lie to you. Since week 4, he hasn't thrown the ball over 29 miles an hour. That's just an old age regression thing. It's nothing to do with the propulsion of him throwing the ball and all the other stuff. That's just him being old, right? And that's the factor. And I had conceded that to you before. But look, right now in this situation, they're looking. They saw what Kirk has been doing over the last 4 games, and said, "Bro, 1 TD, 9 interceptions is not it. We can't do this." You went from going for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns to throwing me 1 touchdown and 9 interceptions in 4 games. That's the bottom line. That's it. That's what they're looking at. They needed to change the scenery because at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, nothing is justifying that contract. So, nothing is justifying them for making that decision after paying them that contract. I'm just gonna be honest. Go ahead and get it out, G-Man.
Oh my gosh. See, look.
Oh,
I came home. It's basketball season, right? So I came home after practice, chilling with my girl. We decompressing. We talking about our day, right? I put in parlays for this NBA Cup. And I get the Twitter notification that Kirk Cousins is getting benched. I had to show up. Because this the same nigga that y'all say cleared Jared Goff. Jared Goff ain't getting benched for no handed hooker. Jared Goff ain't getting benched for no backup quarterback. But hey, let's talk about Kirk Cousins for a second. Because you're right, JJ. You brought it up. 1 touchdown, 9 interceptions in the last couple games. Trey, you brought up the Achilles. I mean, we said that at the beginning of the year. We were like, hey, look, don't bank on this nigga coming off an Achilles. We don't know what he going to look like. But I remember it was the game that Trent and JJ went to. It was that game they went to. Oh, my gosh. They was in the chat. We could probably look up the receipts. That's the one y'all said on the same tier as God. 5 touchdowns. Look at how he got or whatever he did. He was balling. Great game.
My phone was dead, by the way.
Yeah, your phone was dead. Okay.
My phone was dead, by the way.
Okay.
My phone was dead, by the way. My phone was dead, by the way.
But okay. But hey, look, Trey, you talked about the Achilles. Look, when they made the Michael Penix draft decision, I remember being up here on this platform. And I said,
remember that too?
Yeah, I was like, so you gonna draft Michael? I was like, either one of 2 things are gonna happen. Either Kirk is gonna ball, and there's no way you can bench him, or you wasted $90 million on a guy you finna replace. Now, obviously, the $90 million is all in 1 year. It's $100 million in 2 years, but it was $90 million this year. But if you gonna waste $90 million, you know what they could have used $90 million on? A good edge rusher. You know what they could have? You know what they could have used $90 million on? A little bit more help in that defense because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, defense ain't atrocious, but it ain't been looking like hey, look, they got Justin Simmons. They thought, ooh, that's supposed to fix everything. They got Matthew Judon. Ooh, that's supposed to fix everything. And they Trey. Let me ask you a question. Trey, let me ask you a question.
Whoa!
Let me ask you a question, right?
Who said that was supposed to fix everything?
Nah, the way y'all was acting when you started. I'm not trying to hear it. Hey, but Trey, let me ask you a question.
You lied on the Matthew part. You lied on the Matthew Judon part. You lied on the Matthew.
No, but okay, fine. But Justin Simmons, y'all was acting. Y'all said Justin Simmons. Oh yeah, that's
Justin Simmons been bad this season.
I'm not saying
he's
balling.
He's had like one bad game.
But y'all said that was supposed to fix everything, right? He balling, but Trey, let me ask you a question. Because this is really what I want to get to, right? So the Falcons, just after winning 15-9 against tanking Las Vegas Raiders, right? After winning, they for sure are.
They are taking.
They're bad. No, they're bad. No, they're taking.
They're taking. They are taking. By the way, A wants early needs to give up this fan. They want one of them.
But the reason I brought that up is because they just won their game, so they are now 7-7. They are now back to 500. Trey, if they wanted to spend money on a quarterback just to be mid, you know who they could have got in the offseason?
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Jameis Winston.
You know who they could have got in the offseason? They could have got Justin Fields. And you know what? You know what? Wait.
Sammy D.
Wait. Because again, when they got Kirk Cousins,
I just say I wanted Justin Fields.
When they got Kirk Cousins, you know what people on this platform were telling me? Oh, yeah, they in win now mode. They're clearly a lock to win that division. They clearly a lock to win a playoff game. They should be competing for championships.
Whoa.
Now, I'm here to tell y'all right now. Who said that?
Who said championship?
Are they not? Did y'all not say they weren't competing for an NFC chip in the offseason? Don't lie now. Don't lie now.
Say who said it. Say who said it.
And Trent.
Pull it up, because everyone in the chat.
You get chip for winning the NFC.
Everyone in the chat knows I never said that.
Y'all said
I said in DC for literally 3 hours.
I said it was gonna be. I said it was gonna be like a division round. NFC
I never said we were gonna win the NFC chip.
Never wasn't good.
Y'all can go back and flip me too if I said that. And
I remember someone saying sneaky conference title.
I said sneaky.
I never said Donnie. You know I never said sneaky.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you.
I said sneaky.
Okay.
I said sneaky.
But
generational fucking run this nigga's doing right now. Because the first 7 weeks, shit, you playing good.
And G baby, I was laughed at. And G baby, I was laughed at when I said Tampa was winning this division. By the way, but keep going.
Oh, you were laughed at. You are.
We gonna win. Oh, you still are.
But Trey.
Okay.
No, you ain't.
Trey, you know right now, because look, Michael Penix is still a rookie. Michael Penix is still a rookie, so I get it. They're probably like, you know what? Let's just see what he got, right?
He's raised bait.
You know if they lose these last 3 games, Trey?
Bro.
Wait, listen. Because and a matter of fact, I'll leave it
7-10.
So if they lose these last 3 games, they'll be 7-10. They play the Giants. Oh, they should win that one.
They lose if Michael Penix loses the Giants.
They want Shador Sanders. They want Shador Sanders.
So look,
they want Michael Penix is so lucky Dexter Lawrence is in.
The Giants, they play the Commanders.
Bro, who was losing Dexter Lawrence too?
They play the Giants, the Panthers, and the Commanders. So you would think on
Panthers and the who?
And the Commanders.
Oh,
2-1. They should go 2-1. Minimum 2-1.
So Trey, on paper, they should go 2-1. But now we have an unknown Michael Penix that we've never seen play an NFL game, right?
They can lose to the Panthers.
So let's just say they go 1-2, just for the sake of argument. You know that means they would have paid 90 mil just to be 1 game better than Desmond Ridder and Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, that's crazy.
90 mil to be 1 game better than Desmond Ridder and Marcus Mariota?
I think that's a positive. I don't know what about y'all, but I take that as a win.
They went 7-10 last year, and they went 7-10.
I think that's a win.
No, that's not.
Going from
you think that's a win?
Years in a row?
No, it's not.
You're 7-10 3 years in a row.
8, 9, 7-10 is the same bitch.
I mean,
wait, JJ,
what's the difference between 7-10 and 8, 9?
JJ, do this real quick for me.
I have 1 less loss.
JJ, do this real quick for me. You know that shit is not the last.
Who cares?
Not a win, brother.
It's not a win for you, bro. It's not a win for you, bro. You
That's
cheesing. It's not a win.
That's an L.
It's not a
Wait,
win.
you want me to tell you it's better? Oh, well, that's mine. It's better.
Your roster should be way better this year than it was last year.
JJ, I can't.
Really got bench, bro. What the fuck?
Wow, they paid him 40 mil.
Hey, so can I just have one more question to ask? I just have one more question to ask because I didn't plan on being here long. I gotta cook. But I just have one more question to ask.
You came up here trying to cook.
No. I meant like literally. I have to cook.
No, I know.
I have to cook. So I just have one more question to ask, and it's mainly for the people that were against me. So, but everybody can answer. Is Kirk Cousins still better than Jared Goff, or are we off that train now?
No.
Who was saying that?
I've been off that.
Who was saying that?
I didn't. You never told me.
I don't know who was saying that. I would love to know, bro.
I haven't said that for the last 2 seasons.
But MJ, you don't understand. They used to call us bots for saying Jared Goff.
Wait,
that was 2 years ago.
Expose him. It was this whole season.
I say
Reveal yourself.
This is the biggest mid-off of all time.
Pause.
Bro, this offseason, me and Dawson would be in the chat talking about Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff in the same tier, and we would get called bots.
He's gonna get me mad. He's gonna get me mad because number one. Let's get this. Let's get this shit over.
Okay,
Time out. Pause. Number one. Pause. Number one. because he's trying to pop it right now. We already said, what's his name? What's his name? Yeah, Jared Goff got it. That's number one. And number two, I don't like how you trying to come pop it right now when you said Kirk Cousins was better than two.
I didn't say that. What? So look, this is what I said.
G baby.
What did I tell you?
Did you not say
when
we was having it? I'm a G baby.
What did I tell you about Jared Goff?
Why did I say
about
G baby?
What did I say about Jared Goff?
G baby.
I said
baby.
same tier.
G baby.
I'll take Goff.
G baby.
Because he's
G
younger
baby.
and has higher upside.
G baby, you're not about to come up here and lie.
You did say that.
I did say that.
You did say that.
You said what?
I said they're in the same tier, but I'll take Jared Goff because he's younger with a higher upside.
You literally just told me before the season started.
He said that shit.
Like
He did say that shit. I remember because it was so dumb when I heard it.
But Lucas, there was another VC when you weren't there because we got in another heated argument in fucking Discord when he literally said, "Okay, if I take my bias out to the side, Kirk Cousins is better than."
I did not say that. That was not me.
No, I believe that.
Oh my God!
He at me in any message where I
swear to Lucas.
At me in the message where I
said God he said that. On God, he said that. I don't have to lie, bro. I don't need to lie.
At me in the message
Because when I asked you last year, what does Jared Goff do better than Kirk Cousins? You said nothing.
So look. I literally have proof. Look. I literally have proof of you saying. Nigga said I'm taking the upside with Jared Goff versus Kirk Cousins. Like,
I've been saying, bro, you've been saying it from that long.
Yeah,
you've been saying it from that long. You said it from, bro.
Upside,
I'm talking about when we was all in the Discord game because you can't record Discord.
They draft prospects.
What? We don't have big storming. Now I do think that reason that you said about that shit was ass. I don't care. Talking about upside. Jared Goff doesn't have upside. He's just balling.
He got upside.
What you mean?
What upside is he shown? He look like
he has.
He's got a hot wife. That's it.
Yeah,
you're
upside
crazy.
right there.
I didn't even know who he's married to. Jesus Christ. That's
I ain't talking about none of that.
Hey, I don't know what, but yeah, I'm not about to hear that from you, G baby. You say
he had more upside than Kirk Cousins, who's almost 40.
I'm still waiting on where I said it.
Trey.
I don't think.
Look. Even Manny said it back in the day. Daily reminder: you think Kirk clears Jared Goff?
I still stand on that. I said this season it's not that. I've been said that though. So why does that matter? Why does that matter?
I just wanted to know. Why does that matter? I just wanted to know if we still thought that. That's all I was worried about.
Niggas been told you we didn't do that. Take that game. So why you asking the same question we already know?
I didn't know y'all had that good shot.
I'm not gonna lie. We don't want to start going to rabbit down. We don't want to go to rabbit down hole with you. We don't want to do it.
Why? Y'all already tried to put me on this fake guru tag, and I already beat the case.
All I gotta say is,
already beat the case. So what we doing?
You
already beat the case. What we doing?
You beat the OJ case.
Like I said, chat. Y'all go
beat
ahead.
the case, bro.
I found innocent.
I have,
but Lucas didn't have a jury, and there was a judge, just one judge. He said I wasn't guilty.
Hell no, you paid him off.
It's the same judge that said Trent wasn't Hollywood. So
no,
y'all determined.
Hell no, you gave 50 each. You gave 50 each. You know.
Yeah, hey, it's the same judge that said Trent wasn't Hollywood. So y'all do with that information.
People know I'm not, but
they both
lie. Let's get to the we don't even need to talk about
you baby at me, bro.
We don't even need to talk about the Bills. We kind of talked about it
in the messages where I said that.
And then obviously, and then obviously,
you ain't gonna find it.
We don't even need to talk about the Falcons anymore. We don't even need to talk about that shit.
We gonna really get Michael Penix versus Jaden Daniels in prime time.
That's gonna be crazy. You know what's funny?
So they go 7-10.
Now if they go, I'm not gonna lie, if they go 7-10, it's gonna be a real bad look. Like
there's no shot they're losing next week.
Nah, there's no shot.
There's no way.
No shot.
Hey, what Arthur
like I said,
what you lose to Tim Boyle, bro, you should be ashamed.
Hey, would Arthur Smith go 7-10 with this team, or
bro? Why are you acting like, bro? Stop. Why are you bringing him up?
I'm just asking questions.
You know he's Osama, bro. Stop bringing him up. Stop bringing him up.
Hey, he got Russell. Wait, how? He got Russell.
Arthur Smith's doing good right now.
Is Arthur coach? Is Arthur Smith the head coach right now?
He's the OC. He calling the play.
Yeah, just like how people saying Cliff Kingsbury was a Osama head coach. Look what he's doing with JD and no one commanders.
So Arthur Smith can't.
Wait, but he's a fraud though.
Now he a fraud. He's not a fraud.
Now Cliff Kingsbury's not a fraud.
Cliff Kingsbury's not a fraud.
Now he's not a fraud.
Were you not part of the people calling him a fraud?
You said what?
Cliff's not a fraud.
Is he not part of the people calling him a fraud?
No, that was Donnie and Tegan. I know. I'll be capable for him.
What did I do?
I'm arguing with Donnie about Cliff Kingsbury. Yeah.
Oh, Cliff.
You can look.
Oh yeah, I'm not a big Cliff guy. No.
Yeah, you can go look. I've been the one
Donnie,
who
you're a
was
Cardinal
saying.
I mean, I have reasons to not be a Cliff guy. I will
Like,
say.
yeah, I'm not. I let's say
I have reasons. Listen, just keep him at OC. That's okay. Just don't give him a head coaching job, and then we're good.
Yeah, same thing with Arthur
Yeah,
Smith.
if we're gonna say that Cliff as an OC is a fraud, then we're really setting the bar a little bit too high. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey man.
No, just keep him at OC. Just don't give him a head coaching job. That's all.
Hey, anybody can get better, right?
We can move it on. MJ, I'm gonna start with you.
Wow. Yeah, like I said, you may be at me, but you out.
Yeah,
All right,
y'all so lucky. Y'all so lucky.
You never gonna find it, by the way, because I'm not.
I'm about to cook, so you're right. I probably won't. But y'all so lucky this thing's got injured.
All right,
Oh,
all right,
God.
G. Appreciate you.
Have a good day, brother.
Falcons
All right,
and
so-
Saints ain't in the same tier. Yeah, all right.
We better than y'all.
Like, nah, yeah, I don't. Must say
Hats
because he's
off.
the same one who said the Saints was gonna win the division. Like, I don't like. We can put it on.
No one said that, but that team on Trent's head.
Your
that team
brother
on
that just
Trent's
left,
head.
G baby.
Oh, he said that.
Coach Gardner. Yeah, he said
Coach Gardner.
I don't know
so-
if I'm allowed to talk about the Saints after what I said. Though.
I'm gonna start with you though, MJ. You know the Bucks. Shout out Pops. Put belt to ass on the Chargers. I was not expecting that. Put really belt to ass on the Chargers. 40-17. Can Tampa Bay be a sneaky wild card team?
For sure. I mean, they got all the pieces. They can stop the run with Vita Vea. You got Mike Evans, who he's gunning for that 1,000-yard by Ty Jerry Rice, 11 straight 1,000-yard seasons. He's a Hall of Famer for sure. Rashad White, that duo with Rashad White and Bucky Irvin.
Hey, we're gonna have.
I know. Hey, as an Eagles fan, I'm
I'm
so glad.
I'm not trolling. That brother got it.
As an Eagles fan, I'm glad that the Cowboys did not draft Bucky Irvin because they could have and they didn't do that. He's a dog. So they got all the pieces offensively and they got that chip on their shoulder. I feel like Baker is playing at a really, really high level. I mean, he was hooping like without Mike and Chris Godwin too this season too. So he got a lot of respect for me for sure. He got to limit those turnovers, but ultimately, like he's playing at a high level and they're not that great against the pass. But like that run defense is really nice. So they got all the pieces to be a dark horse for sure. Like if they played the Lions, I would love the Buccaneers' chances to beat the Lions for sure. And who else? They play the Vikings for sure. So I feel like they can definitely upset somebody and get that divisional, round or whatever. So yeah.
All right, Trey.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing with the Bucks that has been worrying me the entirety of the season is just one, going into the season, I did not trust that secondary. Even with Antoine Winfield in it, like Zion McCollum's been a nice surprise. I'm sorry. I don't care what you tell me. Jamel Dean is not it. That is a third corner at best. And I do not ever want to rely on Buddy. However, he's what we got. So we've had to make it work. They've been riddled with injuries. Losing Chris Godwin and Mike and having linemen in and out of the lineup for the middle of the season kind of drug us down a little bit. Also, speaking, since we've been on this tier talking about quarterbacks we don't trust, as entertaining as Baker Mayfield is, part of the reason I do not trust him is because part of what makes him entertaining is it is feast or famine with Buddy. Like, there's what, like, he wants to throw out routes so bad sometimes that he just throws the worst picks ever. And then, ironically, in this game, the throws that he always kind of struggles with are the ones that are going inside, leaving the like hanging seam balls up and stuff like that. For whatever reason, he threw one of them joints behind, got it picked off. The rest of the game, he was like, "Oh, I'm throwing this bitch in the middle of the field." Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I don't know where it came from. I wish it showed up every game, but for him, it doesn't, and that's what scares me. Like, they are the epitome of a wild card. Like they could get into the playoffs, and if Baker gets hot and they're able to establish the run, and that defense can hold up and create pressure, they could go on like some improbable run. They really could, because their team is built like that. However, there's also a world where Baker literally throws them out of the game. And that's the part where I'm just like, as much as I would like to get excited about the Bucs, like I would love to go to a playoff game. I ain't been to one of them joints since high school. But like, I'd be lying if I said it's like, yeah, I'm counting on it. Like, like I don't know.
Who do you trust more, Baker or Goff?
Goff.
MJ, you thinking you might trust Baker?
Oh no, I got Baker. Yeah. Baker over Goff. Yeah.
Whoa. Really?
If you put Goff in Baker's situation, you think he's as productive with all those injuries? No.
Man, if I put Herbert on the Eagles, I mean,
Can I do that with like 15 quarterbacks and Jalen Hurts?
I'm about to say that I don't like.
You talking about what? We're not even talking about.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I'm just saying.
That
logic gotta apply everywhere.
We're not doing
I'm not
this.
gonna answer that because if I played that game,
It's a slippery slope. Yeah, no.
It goes too far. So, yeah, I would stay away from playing that game. But at the end of the day, I do at this stage in their careers, I trust Jared Goff a little bit more than I trust Baker Mayfield, and also I trust Dan Campbell and that staff a little bit more than I trust Liam Cohen and.
I'm glad. So Trey.
I trust Liam Cohen.
I'm glad you brought up Dan Campbell. MJ, another take I seen, right?
Oh no!
You really think Dan Campbell and Nick Sirianni in the same tier coaches?
Woo! Oh, I love this. Thank you. Nick Sirianni is a better coach.
Let's talk about it.
Campbell.
Oh wow.
Nick Sirianni is Yo, look. Y'all shocked. You might not like the guy. You might not like his methods, but the results are undeniable. And we have seen Dan Campbell in the NFC Championship game go for it instead of kicking field goals, and that's why they lost the game. So you might like Dan Campbell, rah guy, all this stuff, bro. This man went for the onside kick after they just scored back-to-back touchdowns against the Bills, bro. Now, maybe he don't trust his defense, bro, but that's such a dumb decision, dog. But he doesn't call plays, doesn't call the defense, so he wants to try to put his mark on the game. Imagine if Sirianni did that. It would. I mean, Philly did.
He did. We saw that ended up.
He did not do an onside kick at the top of the fourth quarter with 10 minutes left in the game. He did not do that. So ultimately, like Dan Campbell, he gets past because people like him.
Yeah, Sirianni doesn't even have that power.
And people don't like Sirianni. But if you're looking at the body of work, one guy has won every single year. Another guy, he inherited a bad squad. He ended up making him better, and he's a good coach. But the fact that Dan Campbell's right here and Sirianni's right here is insane to me, bro. It's more of Ben Johnson cooking up a storm than this guy Dan Campbell, bro. He's a nutcase. He's a nut.
So what happens to Nick Sirianni when the Eagles lose in the first round? He's fired, right?
That could definitely be a conversation for sure.
Didn't you say that earlier?
But that's different. The Eagles, they'll fire somebody like they don't care about what you did.
But do you think he should be fired if they lose in the first round to the Bucks or the Packers?
Whoever, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Whoever.
If he has like decisions that make us lose and we unprepared, all that for sure.
What decisions does he make? I can decide the game.
So what decisions does he make? I don't know. I can't hypothetically think of the game. Like it gotta happen.
No, in a game regularly. Games that you just watched. What decisions does he make that decides?
Like,
the
what
game?
does he do?
All right, so like,
what does he actually do on the
He's
on
a
the field?
culture guy. No, that's just
Let me ask a question.
I'm asking
Nick
a question.
Sirianni's a good cheerleader. Come on, we gotta give him credit.
He's a
Go ahead,
culture
MJ.
guy.
He does the same thing as Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell makes decisions.
But the culture at Detroit is
He makes
better.
better decision. How? He has a
He
better
makes
offensive
decisions.
coordinator.
He
You're
makes
picking-
decisions.
I have a question.
Sirianni doesn't make decisions.
The end today, who's getting a head coaching job? Ben Johnson or Kellen Moore? Kellen Moore is not getting a head coaching job at all, dog. Ben Johnson's getting every team in the league is lining up to get Dan Campbell's offensive coordinator. Nobody's lining up to get Kellen Moore. So the fact that like bro, y'all attribute Ben Johnson being a wizard to Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell might call the shots, but it's Ben Johnson calling the plays. If Nick Sirianni had Ben Johnson all them times early in the season when they was going for it on 4th down, bro, Ben Johnson would have get ahead and
let me ask you this. Who hired Ben Johnson? Who hired Ben Johnson?
Dan Campbell.
Okay. Who Nick Sirianni hire? Brian Johnson and now Kellen Moore. Who Kellen Moore is not.
He hired.
He's not going to be a head coaching job because of why.
He hired
not that great.
He hired.
Also a reason.
Okay, great.
And that was a hit. And guess what? He got to the Super Bowl. What has Dan Campbell done better than Sirianni? Outside of what you like, outside of what you like, outside of he has a punchable face. What does this guy do?
MJ, I'll answer this.
He doesn't do anything.
Nothing
better.
He
doesn't do anything at all.
I'll answer this
on the field, on the sideline.
What does Dan Campbell do on the field?
Nothing. That's why I'm saying I don't understand why you can compare the two when they both
Lucas,
don't do that much.
Lucas, let me answer.
Dan Campbell making decisions on 4th down and making decisions that
this is what Nick Sirianni
not aggressiveness.
Wait, Nick Sirianni doesn't make the decision to go for it.
What Nick Sirianni is the culture guy. Like when you're not making. Here's the thing, and this is my opinion on the guys who coaches this. When you're not calling the plays, at least bring in guys who can do their job at a high, consistent level, and also just bring culture. Just like have a good vibe around your team. Even when the Lions were bad, like bottom of the league, when they got the 2nd pick of the draft, everybody loved Detroit. Everyone was saying, "Look at this team; they're fun. They're awesome," and they grew and grew and grew, and now they're one of the best teams in the league. Sirianni, when he has gone there, everybody knows that the culture there is so up and down. There's never been a moment where the Lions culture.
Y'all think from the outside looking in, every player likes the guy. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be going off. Oh, I like the guy. Oh,
haven't there been multiple reports of Jalen Hurts and Sirianni butting heads?
Bro, y'all go off feelings. And
no, this isn't a feeling. This is an actual report. There was a legit report by Rappaport saying that Sirianni and Hurts butt heads. Goff and Campbell have never done that. Not once.
That don't matter, bro. Shaq and Kobe
got matter.
This the one chip.
Okay, then what? Hey, what does
Nick
matter?
Sirianni to Shaq and Kobe.
If that doesn't matter, then what matters?
That's crazy, thing, bro. You can be you don't gotta be. Like, all right, somebody they butt heads a little bit. That really don't matter if you produce on the field. This man,
Dan Campbell has had better output.
Dan Campbell overtook the worst organization, maybe in all professional sports, and now they're a Super Bowl contender.
No, MJ, you're saying that the Eagles have had better output as a team, as a unit. Nick Sirianni is not the unit that the Philadelphia Eagles are. The Philadelphia Eagles' success when Nick Sirianni is there is more attributed to a Shane Steichen, to a Jonathan Gannon, than it is to a Nick Sirianni. Not even there no more, and he still won. Okay. And now it's being attributed to Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio way more than it is to Nick Sirianni. I can now, if you want to say in Detroit, if you want to say out there in Detroit that Ben Johnson is more important to that team than Dan Campbell, that's fine. I cannot say that Aaron Glenn is infinitely better or more important to that team than Dan Campbell is. That's the difference.
I feel like they both have great coordinators. That's what it is. They feed off their great coordinators.
I think what MJ is saying is literally that, like last year when we was getting on Nick Serianni, we was like, what does he do? He doesn't call offense. He don't call defense. He just stares in and he's a rally guy. Can you not say the same thing for Dan Campbell? I think that's what MJ's point is. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
He brings a culture.
That's the same thing that Nick do.
What does Nick do?
I mean, Nick Sirianni does bring. No, Sirianni is a culture guy.
Okay, he's a culture guy.
But the culture.
I have a question. Where do you rank Nick Sirianni as a head coach?
I think
bottom 5.
The bottom 5. Now, beginning of this season, it was that. I think when he has great coordinators, he's top 10 coach. I think when he doesn't have,
when he's asked to not do anything, he's a
same thing. Dan, I ain't saying the man Andy Reid or
But I'm saying, okay, so hold on.
Wait, you think he's top 10?
I want to.
With really good coordinators, he's a top 10 coach.
In a perfect situation.
Yeah, with really good coordinators, I'm probably a top 10 head
So
coach.
if MJ is saying these guys are the same, and the only difference is that
anybody's
Dan Campbell brings in a culture, right? Are they not really the same people though?
Same. One guy.
We haven't seen Dan Campbell.
I'm not trying to get
coaching year.
We haven't
seen Dan Campbell have a bad coaching year like Sirianni did last year when he didn't bring the right guys in.
I mean, it's never been,
until we see that for Dan Quinn. I'm not going to sit there assuming
Dan Campbell took over.
No,
hold on. Not only did Dan Campbell take over one of the worst teams in the first league, Dan Campbell took over probably the most embarrassing, laughable organization, not only in football, maybe all professional sports, and they're Super Bowl contenders.
When Sirianni got the job, were they not a 4-1 team? Didn't they not have a bad record?
The Lions haven't made the playoffs in third stretch.
The Lions.
Okay.
We're talking about
Donnie, of course, the Lions were clearly worse. Okay, they were the worst
team that hasn't been in the playoffs in 30 years.
Nick Sirianni still took in a dog shit team.
No. The thing about what Dan Campbell did, he took in a dog shit culture, a dog shit identity. A team that hasn't been in the playoffs in 30 years. Our whole lives trend, the team hasn't been good.
For sure.
It's a clear
They are
difference.
the most laughable team in all professional sports, not just football, sports.
For sure. But Nick Sirianni did turn that shit around too.
He did.
It was in the Super Bowl 3 years before. Don't matter. It's sports,
Also, they had.
It was just in the Super Bowl.
Lucas is right. They had the team. They had some.
They just had success. They just had a bad year.
The offensive line was still there.
One bad year.
There. The offensive line was still there. It's just unhealthy.
Why does that matter? Because when the team Nick Sirianni got wasn't nowhere near the team that went to.
It was one bad year. It was one bad year.
They did only have one bad
Hold
year.
on. Did Nick Sirianni draft Hurts? No, he didn't. Did Nick
No.
Sirianni
Wait.
take the bad offensive line? No,
I don't like Sirianni, but we're not doing this. The Eagles team when they won the Super Bowl and then the
compared to what
last
Nick
with Doug
Sirianni
Peterson,
got?
those are two completely different teams.
Completely different.
Nobody's saying they're not.
No, I know that.
The Eagles just weren't having success back then when it was only one bad season. And the
Yeah,
Eagles
because-
been
yeah,
the
they
fucking
had
bad
the
season
reason
for
they were-
30
I'm not
years.
gonna lie. Part of the reason
That is
why
a
they were so
huge
bad
difference.
was not because of the team. It was because of Carson Wentz. Wentz was terrible in 2020.
Yeah. Well, Dougie Peterson didn't help either.
Yeah, like Doug.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
great.
what MJ?
I just think it comes down to is that there's similar coaches. Is that one has a better culture and one makes better decisions. That's really what it comes.
No. We seen Sirianni still.
There's
We have not seen that before from. We have not seen that before from
You
Dan
cannot
Campbell.
say with a straight face the Eagles' culture is better than the Lions. You just can't say that because
Okay, that's
you know that's not true.
That's fine. You
It
can say the
depends on
Lions
what
culture.
you define.
I don't know if
as
either of them
good
are true. I'm
culture,
not
bro.
there. So.
It depends on what you define as good culture. I've seen this Eagles team thrive through adversity. Like they love that. They feed off the drama, bro. Like they really feed off that. And we can't say that like the man shaved his head. Since the man shaved his head, they haven't lost. They've been the best team in the league. So you might not like. I said this multiple times. You might not like his methods. You might not like his methods, but I like his results. And wins versus losses is a pure coaching stat. You can't argue that. So that's why I gotta give it. So like
you can definitely argue that. That's not an argument at all.
I don't know how true that is.
Do you think Robert Saleh?
How is that non-arguable?
If that was the case, Kyle Shanahan's the most mid coach in the league because he's had bad years and then he's had great years, and we all know that's not true.
He hasn't had a great year this year. He hasn't had a great
Okay,
year.
but he's had. Did he not just make the Super Bowl last year? And is the 49ers not the most injured?
I mean, that's a little bit. You got to put context though. Like,
yes, context.
That's
Injuries.
what I'm saying.
Injuries.
You gotta put context. Yeah, you gotta put context.
Hold up.
Injuries.
How many?
Obviously, you add context, but is he wrong for saying that wins and losses are a stat that goes to the coaches?
No, it goes to coaches, but he said purely coaches.
Really
All right, I'm sorry for saying purely. It's a winning coaching job, bro.
Regardless, win or loss, if you think this dude's a good coach or not, at the end of the day, what happens to them after they go 3-10 for 3 straight seasons? We serious? Like, come on.
I mean, it depends on the context. But, I mean, if Robert Saleh did
add
that,
context, I would respect that. Like, for example, Brian Flores was winning and he got fired. There's context.
Okay, that's a little different. That's
so there's still context behind. I understand. There's still context behind it. The point is, regardless, like Brian Dable is about to get fired. I don't care how y'all feel about him, but there was times where he showed that he was a good coach. It is what it is.
I still think he's a good coach.
Not a good coach. Good coordinator, not a good coach.
Wait, what? What did you say, Lucas?
He said good coordinator.
Good coordinator, not a good coach.
Who, Dayball?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
He's
His
talking about
scheme is
all the
fine.
other aspects of
He's
coaching.
getting wide
I
receivers
wouldn't
up.
really
His
get
scheme
into
is
that.
fine.
He's
But he's
just
not a
talking
good
about
coach. Head coach. Not a
But
good
at
head
the end
coach.
of the day, though, Gabe, you try to say like, oh, you think I really don't believe it. In the beginning, I was playing like actual devil's advocate, but I see what MJ is saying. Like,
about what? You saying he's talking about Sirianni versus Campbell, right?
Yeah,
like we know, like earlier.
I'm just
this
saying, like, I'm
season-
not saying like
Yeah.
Sirianni is like better than Campbell. I think Dan Campbell is better, but like as an overall whole, they kind of are the same people to me.
They're the same archetype, but it's a fucking.
They definitely.
We all agree though.
It would
We all
definitely
agree
fall in
though.
the same
Like
categories like the still the rah-rah coach that you know what I'm saying that's gonna get you right. But I'm not gonna lie, in a sense, Campbell, like what they were saying earlier, Campbell does not have issues when it comes to trying to player relations and all this other stuff. Not saying Sirianni's like on a scale of like Daboll where it's like struggling to keep the peace, but like he does have his own issues too. Like Campbell, for example, when we go look at him, he just doesn't have those same type of problems for real. I think everyone, aside from like Raheem Morris and stuff like that, there's like not too many coaches where you just go and you'll go and willing to put your life on the line behind this coach no matter what. So Dan Campbell really has like the entire locker room to a T, and it's not even a question versus Sirianni.
Is Nick Sirianni firing you up to go play football?
I'm not gonna lie.
He's definitely firing people up. Not
like Dan Campbell.
Not like Dan Campbell.
Who's firing you more? Who's firing?
Not like Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell's gonna make me run over a brick wall
Dan
on the football field.
Crazy.
This is not Glaze. This is what he brings to the. This is what he brings. You've been sitting up here glazing the Eagles for 2 hours straight. Please stop talking about Glaze.
Did y'all not
We're talking
see
about
Zach
Glaze.
Bond? Did y'all not see Zach Bond go out here and say Nick Sirianni believes in the defense and told N'Kobe Dean that? Didn't check that, John.
I've seen like 17 clips of the Lions players doing the same.
And what if they won? They haven't won shit. Don't be
Then the Eagles haven't won shit. Then the Eagles haven't won shit.
What have the Eagles won?
What have the Eagles won?
No rings.
Nick Sirianni has not won a Super Bowl.
No rings. No
Nick
rings.
Sirianni has not won
No
a Super
rings.
Bowl.
No rings.
No rings.
Marvin and Campbell
Nothing
had.
to show for it.
Gotta be better,
Well, I
and
think
they
that's
haven't
what
won.
MJ is saying.
Bro, Zach
Nothing
Taylor went to the
man.
Super Bowl. Congrats.
I think that's MJ.
Yeah, literally. Congrats to Zach
Participation
Taylor.
trophy. Congratulations. Nobody cares.
And Dan Campbell's decisions in the NFC Championship cost his team, and we glaze over that. Because
That's why they got there, because of his
I remember
decision.
Josh.
They got
They
there.
got there because of
I remember Josh Reynolds dropping
Some of those decisions keep them in games.
You say
But
what's
you
the
don't care
decision,
about
but it
that.
really wasn't.
I see Josh Reynolds dropping shit to the
You
pass
say it
in
was
the
the
game.
decisions that cost them the game. It wasn't. What cost them the game was the fact that they couldn't cover shit in the secondary. That's what lost them the game. Because Brandon Ayuk did whatever the fuck he wanted to them.
And Josh,
That's
and
not
Josh
Dan Campbell's
Reynolds-
fault.
Wait, so Nick Sirianni doesn't do decisions to keep them in games too, though?
You said what?
What
I'm talking
decisions he
about, like,
make?
when it was-
What does he do?
What does Dan Campbell do?
I'm not gonna put it on God.
I don't know what Nick
Majority
Sirianni
of times
does.
when he going for it, Nick Sirianni's probably making that call.
When do they go for
That
it?
is definitely true.
The only times they go for it is when they can do a tush push. Then anybody in the world is making that decision.
No, it's not even that. 90% of the coaches,
90% of the time when they're going for it on fourth
downs,
that is Nick Sirianni.
is going through them. Most
No,
of the time.
I agree
Whether or
with
not
you.
they tell the
I agree.
You said, what does he do? I'm telling you, what is he
But
just
when
saying?
do they go for it? Unless it's 4th and 1, and anyone's going for that when you have that play that they have. Who would say, "Oh, I'm not going to go for it. Push, push,
There's been
unstoppable play in the league. We're not going to go
multiple
for it."
times- There's been multiple times where the Eagles been 4th and 4, 4th and 3, 4th and 5, where they gonna go for it, just like the Lions. Now,
When?
huh? There hasn't
When?
been times like that. We haven't from Nick Sirianni's tenure. We haven't seen it.
I can't count one time on my finger that I've seen that happen.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. There's been I can't remember specifically a game, but you could probably go back to.
We'll do research. We'll do research on that.
2022 to 2024 to where the Eagles been 4th and 5 and below. They're going for it. Like,
Oh, they be going for it. They be
like
going.
come on, like
I
that's-
have a-
4th and 1 is easy. I'd go for anybody
Yeah,
can
I'm
make
saying,
that
but
call.
still,
Anybody makes
I
that
have
call.
a question.
That was. Am I make the call, bro? See what I'm talking about, bro? People don't.
Wait, I have a question.
You wouldn't make that same call to go for a 4th and 1.
Dude,
Like, what
bro.
I'm saying, what are we
I have a question. What are the coaches below Nick Sirianni for you?
I don't even know about that.
Mike McDaniel for sure.
Mike
McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel is one of the best offensive minds in the entire league. How is he worse than Nick Sirianni?
What has he done against winning teams? Most overrated coach ever, bro. He hasn't won a big game against a
most overrated head coach ever is Mike McDaniel.
So the only thing you care about is you don't care about schematics, you don't care about nothing. You just care about wins and losses.
He don't win. He don't win.
That's all you care about is wins and losses. You don't care about no
that's what coaching stat is winning the game.
You don't care about
MJ, who's the better coach? Who's the better?
I'm not gonna lie.
MJ, is Nick Sirianni a better head coach than Marty Schottenheimer because he made a Super Bowl?
All right, bro. All right. Anyway,
bro. The point, bro.
All right. Wait. I have a question.
Because I will say though, if Mike McDaniel, what's Mike McDaniel ranking versus good teams?
Like 3 and 15.
It's like 3. If Nick Sirianni had that record, bro, y'all would be calling that nigga.
Well, yeah, because his team is significantly better. I would hope.
He got Tyreek Hill, Jalen. What was we?
I'm not gonna lie.
They got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith, Jalen.
I'm talking about the best O-line in the league on the elite defense and Saquon Barkley.
What the hell? What are we talking about?
If they're losing to good teams, then you're
So you're telling me
the Eagles should not be losing to nobody.
What?
They had clearly the best roster in the NFL, and they have 2 elite coordinators according to you, and a top 10 coach. Why are they losing games?
The Eagles being clearly better, Brandon. It's the point is we are seeing.
You wasn't saying it's before this season.
Like that's the point.
The Dolphins also have been one of the most injured teams in the league last few years as well.
You said what?
They also been one of the most injured teams in football just the last few years as well.
Who has played like 10 games?
At the end of the day, Mike McDaniel's offensive scheme is
it's not just Tua. Teron Armstead misses games. Raheem Mostert misses game. Devon Achane has missed his game. Jalen Phillips is tearing his knee left and right. Like it's
AJ Brown been out.
When the Eagles have injuries and they lose, that's all shit though.
Mike McDaniel's not that.
I'm just saying, like
I just have one. I have one last question.
Hey, come on, real quick. Hold on, before you ask that question.
I can do the coach.
Hey, 1,000% winning and losing is a coaching stat. What are we doing?
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Are we serious?
Okay.
Winning and losing is not a coaching stat now? Since when?
Since context.
You can still have context and still be a coaching stat? The fuck?
Not.
Are we serious?
What are you talking about?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Are y'all that serious right now?
Wait, what they say?
Context matters.
These last 4 games.
Context matters, and you
so
avoid
these last
all the
4 games.
context.
Hold up. So these last 4 games when Kirk Cousins has 1 touchdown, 9 picks, you're blaming the coach? That's a coaching stat because they lost 4 games?
So wait, time out. I'm serious. I can literally tell you right now.
Context ever.
No, time out. I can tell you right now.
Use context.
Literally,
it's not just like, he has this many wins, he has this many losses, that guy's better than this guy. That's not how it is. There's context we need to use.
Bro.
If you're hold on.
What is the main thing? No. Fuck on that. What is the main thing niggas talk about for Mike Tomlin?
Never had a losing season.
And what is that big football?
Why are you making it so difficult?
And Mike Tomlin,
why are we trying to make it seem like it's not winning and losing not a coach's stat?
There's context to use. You need to use context.
Bro, they pick and choose on who they like, bro.
You can have context in a situation.
It is, bro.
It still be a coach's stat, though.
They just pick and choose, bro.
Like I don't understand why are we trying to act like everything.
Back to what you said. Back to what you said about Kirk going for 1 and 9. People are calling for Raheem Morris's head for still standing behind that. So regardless of whatever you want to say, they don't like the fact that we're losing. At the end of the day, it's gonna fall on the coaches, on the quarterback and the coach's head for you winning and losing games. The context behind that, at the end of the day, Kirk Cousins isn't playing well. So guess what? This man, Raheem Morris, is gonna get crapped on because of what? His quarterback not playing well. So what are they gonna ask him to do? Make a switch.
That's right.
I never. What are we really arguing what's right or wrong right now?
I'm asking you. Do you think it's right?
I don't think that's right at all. But it doesn't matter what's right or wrong.
Blame.
That's not what
matters.
matters.
Playing like a terrorist.
It's not what. That's not right.
I'm asking you. Do you think it's
playing
right?
like a terrorist does not change the fact that the people saying that Raheem Morris should have switched to Michael Penix earlier. That has nothing to do with that.
Like
at the end of the day, when he plays like trash, then you gotta go back.
Then you gotta do backtrack. Then guess what? Guess what? Now
they gonna get on you?
You can't do that. You can't just keep flip flopping your quarterback.
More context, because how do we end up in this position? And this is stuff that y'all have all said. Why are you paying a quarterback coming up in Achilles $180 million, then going to draft the quarterback in the first round, and then we still end up at 7-10? Guess what? They're gonna say you're dumb and you didn't make the right decisions, and this is why we ended up in the losing season. That's the context. That's what they will say.
So then we also need to blame part of the GM too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You can't.
What point is winning?
I'm just saying.
The GM helps you build the team. The coach goes out there, he coaches the team. At the end of the day, if he sees something that's not working and he doesn't make an adjustment or doesn't do anything, it doesn't matter. You want to add context. The point is the very baseline. If you win or lose, it's on the. They're gonna put it. They're gonna say that goes towards the coach too. I don't know why we're doing this.
Like, what are we doing?
It's not hard. This is not a hard concept to grasp at all.
Like, I don't know why we're trying to make it seem like
Daniel Jones was garbage for the last by Lucas's standards for the last how long, right? What did you say? He was garbage. And what you say? Why are we not moved on from this? Why did we pay him? Why did we do all this? We're still losing. It's not helping us at all.
Oh, I know why they paid him. They still should have paid him, but
that's not the point. I'm saying why. Why did we pay him? Blah blah blah. And guess what? Now he's our coach. Now our coach is dealing with Daniel Jones. Now guess where we ended up at? Now we're losing again because of the decisions y'all made, right? And then at the end of the day, you talk about Brian Dable and him being a head coach and his relations and all this other stuff. His scheme, his doing this, that, and third. At the end of the day, all you're pointing to is when the Giants are 3-10 or 4-11.
What is JJ?
We could be 7-10 and I still say the same thing.
Add on to it, JJ.
Doesn't matter. He should be fired.
JJ, and to add on to it,
he should still be fired regardless.
I ain't here.
Losing
JJ, but look though.
But you're right.
I ain't here.
But losing games on top of what he does is what makes everything worse.
Lucas, I'm not even gonna argue with you on that because that's fine. Like I said, you can have that
JJ,
feeling.
This is why
I'm just saying that at the end of the day, a win and a loss, at the end of the day, you go look at the coach immediately and say, "Well."
But JJ, but here's the thing though: when the Giants went to the playoffs in 2022, ain't nobody say Brian Dable was a bad coach.
That was his first year. That was his first year. It
doesn't matter, Lucas. We were winning games.
Right.
Brian Dable.
Right. Winning games can cover a lot of issues in the team. And the coaching
100%.
Winning games can cover a lot of that. But this is what happens when you start losing some games, is you see the coach start spiraling during press conferences and start losing the locker room and start making bad decisions with his kicker, not having a kicker when his kicker's on injury report and not having another kicker to sub in. And with the quarterback situation between going from Drew Lock being your number 2 for the entire year, paying $5 million, and then switching to Tommy DeVito the minute that Daniel Jones gets released, all that shit starts happening when you lose games. But they're winning games, and all that is covered. But like I'm saying, losing games is the fire's already started, and you're losing games. That's gonna keep throwing shit at it. So
and that's enough. That's enough for
him to get fired.
For anybody at the end of the day, right? And us talking here, we're gonna always act. If you think right now, we add context to losses every week. I know I do at least, because especially when I talk about the Falcons losses, I break it down to a T. We all up here talk about what it is, but at the end of the day, it's the result. At the end of the day, right? When we're gonna go baseline and talk about what it is, a lot of the number one things that they talk about at the end of the day, at the end of the coach's tenure or whatever, is the fact that what did we walk away with? Then you go and talk about how. But the first thing is what? If I went 10-7, okay, how did we get here to be 10-7? Then you start talking about that. If we go 4-17, how do we end up 4-17? I would like to know.
That's what I was trying to say. Is like, if you have a good record and your teams win all the time, then you can't necessarily point to the coach. There's other things you can point to. But if you're straight losing every single season, then yeah, it's time to get a new coach in there. But that's what I was trying to say, because you can't directly point success onto a coach, but you can definitely point failure onto a coach.
I agree.
And the thing is, and that's why I said,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not attributing any of the Philadelphia Eagles success to Nick Sirianni.
Credit for success. Like Dan Campbell making you hiring.
They pick and choose, dog. They pick and choose, bro.
In my opinion,
bro. When they lose,
I'll give Nick Sirianni.
You cannot, bro. Time out.
I just said I'll give Nick Sirianni the culture nod for being Nick Sirianni's a solid shooter, and I'll give him that. But like,
I don't even like Nick Sirianni. You cannot say with a straight face. You cannot account any credit to the Eagles for Nick Sirianni. That's a blatant lie.
Makes sense, bro. You can't.
What are we
You
talking
can't.
I didn't say. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said he could get the culture nod. He could get the cheerleader nod. Like whatever you need.
And that's disrespectful to Sirianni. Sirianni gets credit for winning.
Disrespectful to Sirianni, gang.
I'm not even a Nick Sirianni guy.
I will say this right now.
They need a culture guy.
And this is why I do agree with them. If you will sit here and say that you can give 100, you can give so much credit to Dan Campbell for making these decisions and doing this, or you can give credit to Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. It don't matter if they're calling plays or not. If you can give coaches credit, it don't matter. You better be able to give every coach credit for these wins because they had a hand in it. So it doesn't matter how you feel about it.
Just to piggyback off of that, right? Against the Steelers,
the
Eagles bled out 10 minutes. You had Russ out there, John, thinking he was gonna get the ball back. No, that was clearly a coaching decision, dog. Like, we gotta give credit where credit is due.
Like I said, give you
It's
a
a coaching game. Sirianni back. If you win, now
Wait, hold on.
No. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to the volume of like the amount of times that the Eagles win, I'm going to like credit that 99% of the time this season to Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio. And even if I'm giving Nick Sirianni any credit, it's not going to be enough where like I don't think it's going to be worth harping over.
Bye.
I have a question.
Anyway,
I have a question.
do you do the same thing with Dan Campbell?
I have a question though. So do you attribute the success to Lions just to Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson then?
I would attribute most of it to Ben. I would attribute most of it to Ben Johnson, and then I would say it would go Campbell, Aaron Glenn.
This season.
What are y'all talking about, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, Matt.
Are you serious?
I disagree.
Like y'all got me like, bro. What are you talking about?
So wait,
I'm not gonna lie, Matt lost
if
me
you were
on that.
talking about last year,
bro.
If you were talking about last year,
Aaron Glenn's been good this year. He just has been.
Aaron Glenn. Have you seen the people are literally saying that this
Wait. Time out. Are we just talking this year or overall, like in his tenure?
So Aaron Glenn doesn't get like the Lions are winning. They only lost 2 games this year,
and they got like.
No, I get that.
JJ, he's asking, are we talking only this year or throughout the last?
Okay, we talking about
the last. Why are we talking about? If we're talking about the last 3 years, then of course I understand why you would.
This is the best version. Okay. Yes. If it's this year, yes, I would attribute Aaron Glenn more credit than Dan Campbell. Yeah.
Okay then.
If you want to
say it's the same thing.
Okay. No. Trent. It's not the same thing though, because the difference is that I've seen Dan Campbell be. I can credit wins to Dan Campbell. I can't say the same thing consistently with Nick Sirianni the same way I can with Dan Campbell.
He's won more than Dan Campbell.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
When the Eagles went 14-3 into the Super Bowl, what did Sirianni do? Nothing.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't do nothing. Yeah, no, I gave Sirianni his credit. I think him and Jonathan Gannon.
How can you give credit to Dan Campbell and not do it to Sirianni?
That's my whole. That's my whole
thing. Doesn't make any sense.
No, I'll give credit. I'll give credit to Sirianni.
Eagle Nation. That's what I'm thinking.
Thank you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Thank you.
I'll give credit.
Can I? Hold on. For people that are listening on any other platform, he said so. We can blame Nick for last year in the collapse, but not give him credit for the success of this year.
I'll give Sirianni credit for.
No. I ain't giving him credit this year. It's just it's nothing to harp over. That's all I'm trying to say.
I'll give Dan Campbell then, bro.
I'll give credit to Sirianni.
Again, I said this season Dan Campbell is nothing to harp over.
No, well, hold on.
But in previous years, yes, it 100%.
Once again, Trent, I think you're going too far to that too. At the end of the day, we know what Dan Campbell is doing versus what Sirianni is doing at a higher level. But at the same time, you can't just go in and pick and choose. It's not only them two. It should be the whole league. That's my point.
JJ, I'm keeping it the same. They're picking and choosing which one you got.
It should be the whole league, y'all. Not just them two. It's the whole league, period. Think about the Jets. People were giving Robert Saleh credit even when they were losing. Why? Because their defense was keeping that offense afloat and they couldn't do anything on the offense. Like, come on, y'all. It's not just any.
I mean, I'll give Sirianni credit for.
I mean, I was a huge Saleh guy.
Saleh got scapegoated.
I'll give Sirianni credit for 2023 because if I recall, he was calling the plays in 2021 and it wasn't really working out. And then he gave them, eventually he gave those to Shane. And then obviously we know what happened in 2022. They were the top 3 offensive football. So I'll give him credit because most coaches don't have that in them to give up that. Like, that's why I don't think Cliff is ever going to be a successful head coach, because he refuses to give up the play calling duties. He'll never do it. Sirianni did do it, so that's something that we'll give him credit for. But outside of that, there's not a ton to Harbaugh.
When we know that head coaches, regardless of how you feel, and they feel should get less credit or more credit, should get credit. Period. I don't know why we're doing this.
Yeah, I just think that like I said in the beginning, like I was playing devil's advocate on NJ Park because he was alone, but we keep talking about this. I mean, like, I see what he's saying. Like, Dan Campbell does more. Like I said, I can agree that there's definitely a culture aspect that Dan Campbell has more. But as a overall totality, like, not really. Like, it's not. I don't see any other difference. Because
this season I see that, but overall,
Dan Campbell calls more gutsy fourth down. Like the shit that they did. I forgot when they went for their own 30. Nick Serianni would never do that shit. But I think that's
think about when Sirianni was calling fourth down plays against the Falcons in week 2.
Got killed.
Yeah.
What happened to him? Saquon dropped the ball.
You got crucified.
I never blamed that on
13-1.
Yeah, I didn't blame that.
And regardless if y'all didn't, I'm just saying these go to the notion of he's not just sitting there just hey guys, just go ahead and do what you want, man, because it's okay. But no, that's not what he's doing. He's not just doing that.
Like Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr.
What? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, bro. I just like I said, bro. Like,
and also Kellen Moore,
Brad Holmes.
Y'all really do overrate.
I don't remember when he did that Eagle Nation.
How many games have we talked about?
Y'all really do. Y'all really do overrate.
Wait. I have one last.
Y'all overrate Kellen Moore.
I have one last question.
You might as well call this
overrate Kellen Moore.
I said y'all overrate Kellen Moore. Y'all really do.
We should move on.
I have one last question. It's gonna be a quick question.
He's not that.
Go ahead, Kieran.
Nick Sirianni or Shane Steichen, MJ?
Shane Steichen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't questioning. Yes, I am
Shane
questioning.
Steichen. Wait. Hold on.
What if Shane Steichen won?
Hold on. Let me ask this. Let me ask this. Nick Sirianni or Jonathan Gannon?
Nick Sirianni.
That's interesting. That's an interesting.
Sirianni.
What's the difference between Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon so far in their tenure?
I would rather have. See, my thing, like, I would rather, because here's what's about to happen. Like, my biggest fear is the Eagles get to the Super Bowl or the NFC chip, and then they got to replace an offensive coordinator. And then it's another year that you have a new system and all this stuff versus if you have an offensive head coach, then it's not going to be, you see with Andy Reid, it's not going to be much. They might have a Eric Bieniemy or a Matt Nagy, but like the offensive scheme is the same because you had that offensive head coach. So I would rather have that. Nick Sirianni is a former offensive guy, but we know like he don't be calling plays. And he had that self-awareness to be like, I'm not good at calling plays. So I would rather have an offensive-minded head coach than a defensive-minded guy because that's going to be that constant factor. That's my biggest thing. I mean, but Jonathan Gannon is a decent coach. He cool, but
so why are you so low on McDaniel?
Eagle Nation said the only difference between Campbell and Nick is Campbell is likable. They literally
I've been saying that.
Physical and Campbell. Campbell just has more from fiery speeches than people.
100%.
But is that okay? Is that not important though?
That's just a lot.
Is it not important? Is that not important to be likable?
It don't matter.
That's not important.
I mean, that is important.
Okay,
is that not important to the locker room?
He's likable. No, I'm not gonna lie. I think for me and for a public image, I don't care. I wouldn't care.
That don't mean
Belichick
wasn't likable in the public image.
I disagree. Because if you're more liked by the public, most likely when you're trying to get people from free agency or the draft, people are gonna. Okay, but Trent, listen to me. When you're more liked by the public, the players in like free agency or the draft or even other coaches that are going to your location, they want to play for a guy that is genuinely more likable. So I disagree. I think that matters a lot.
And when things go bad, who are they going to blame? The likable guy or the non-likable guy? And as an owner, you're going to more fire the guy that's not going to be liked by a lot of people over the guy that's going to be liked by a bunch of people.
Hold on.
He's more likely to be fired because he's not likable.
Let me rebuttal the one statement Donnie said. I'm going to be real. The guys that's in free agency already have an opportunity to go talk to whoever they wanted to. Even if Dan Campbell's liked by the media and in a media standpoint, stuff like that, they have the opportunity, one, to talk to multiple people in the league. They have the opportunity to go visit facilities, go see how they do business over there before they even make a decision. So while yes, from the outward look, from the outside looking in, he could be likable. At the end of the day, they're gonna go to what most suits them in terms of money and what they like the most in general. So,
but I mean, who do you think players would rather play for then? Who I
think I would say this: if you're talking about who I feel like they would rather play for, I do think there's players that would rather play for Dan Campbell, but that's not because of that's not the thought process I have though when it comes to going to free agency. Even if they would want to play for Dan Campbell, they're gonna go for one that's gonna in the place that benefits the most stuff that they want on their checklist, right? Do I want to make more money, or do I want to win a championship, or do I want to do this? Do I want to do that, right? What do I want to do? What is going to benefit me in going in the future, right? What's going to benefit my views and whatever I want going for my career?
But so at the end of the day, Saquon Barkley is a perfect example of that.
But I feel like that's kind of like I feel like that's kind of obvious though. Like even if you look at like a guy who doesn't bring much culture, like you're gonna go to the situation that would benefit you the most. So but what I'm trying to say in this argument is if both of these teams were equal in terms of what like the money, like just all the non-coaching stuff, and then you look at these two guys, which one would you rather go to? That's what me and Lucas are trying to say.
Well, once again, and then this is gonna go to my next point. It like I said, these aren't people that just they care about only who they play for. They care about where they live too, right? We're talking about living in Detroit or living in Philly or whatever, right? If I got a choice, if I got a choice to get paid by the San Francisco 49ers, the same amount of money that I got paid from the Detroit Lions, they give me the same offer, and I like Dan Campbell more, but I'm living in San Francisco in the heat in the nice area.
But you also pay more taxes, JJ.
Okay, fine. I promise you, a lot of players aren't only.
I think a lot of people would rather go to Detroit just because of the taxes, dude.
Like I said,
these teams are good.
Y'all go down. Why are we talking about? It's not coaching no more.
People don't like Nick Sirianni because he's.
They got to do a coaching half the time.
He's just like a Philly nigga.
He just like.
That's what he like.
But look though, like Saquon Barkley was on record saying he was a Nick Sirianni guy. Like he was like, who is this guy? Before he met him, he met the guy. He ended up liking the guy. So all that, I don't like the coach. That don't matter nothing in free agency, bro. That don't matter nothing at all, bro. It's about money. It's about the roster. And then get there and they end up liking the guy more. Like,
and most guys will, like, for example, Jesse Bates signing with us in off season ago or whatever. He knew what he was signing up for. He had all the opportunity in the world to go to any good team or any place where he could have automatically been a key factor in the winning a championship. He could have signed with the Eagles. He could have re-signed with the Bengals. He could have did a whole lot. What he do? He went to a team where, quite frankly, they're still struggling right now, right? That's the whole base point is players are willing to do more than just go and sit behind the coach, because he was with Arthur Smith before he was even with Raheem. So it's not always about even the culture or in those aspects. Sometimes, like I said, it boils down to what is going to benefit me most for my career. He was going for the big bucks. That's what it was.
At the end of the day, bro.
I thought that was a bad argument.
After we had this convo, bro, damn, they might be on the same.
They're the same Arkansas nigga, but it's still a clear gap, bro.
I just think, I do think like Campbell is just.
It's pretty simple.
If you do want to say like he's better at culture, I might disagree, but I can see that. I can see if you want to say, but like
I can see that. But I'm not gonna
lie. If you want to say that just because like his Detroit historically has been like a poverty organization and he's helped that culture, like yeah. But as taking everything into account, I got Serianni right now.
Hey, look, gang, I'm gonna say this though. I think what boosts it more though for Campbell's sake, and it's very valid, is the fact that you went to a team that's historically never been the type of team that you are right now, right?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
No matter who you put in that situation, they have never been like since Barry Sanders have not been in this position, right? So when you go look at so that's the difference, right? You got the Eagles where even in the 2010s, y'all had y'all guys, right? Even before that, you feel me? And so, regardless, Nick Sirianni stepping into a situation where Dan Campbell basically, it's like, you know, when they say players go and get somewhere to die, that's like as if it's a head coaching destination. You got sent there and you were basically going to be exiled out the league. And what did he do? He turned this team into about to be a 14-win team. You feel me?
Let me just say though, while like you got some valid points, Brad Holmes needs a lot of more credit. Same way how High Roseman gets a lot of credit for the moves he's made. Brad Holmes, he's the same guy that
it's both.
Yeah,
everybody gets
I mean, so it ain't just all
the coach and GM
you can have a great culture, but if your team is ass, you're still gonna lose games.
So obviously,
but the coach and the GM duo, like that's why it's always a duo. That's why
and that's what I was gonna say. Like we're just talking about coaches right now, but obviously if we're gonna go down the whole thing, you know, you gotta know that the owner, once he hired Brad Holmes and Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, and they started working together. That was something that set their franchise up for now could be potential a decade. You know what I'm saying? This could be something amazing because once again, we talking about a team that went 0-16, that had the likes of Calvin Johnson and could never show nothing for it. Had Matthew Stafford for 9 years, couldn't show nothing for it. You feel me? Can't touch this, can't do that. At this point, we just might as well say that Detroit is never going to be any team in this league, and that they really are. They weren't the likes of the Browns. You can't even say that right now, even though they are. But like,
change Jared Goff's career.
You can't even say that.
So change Jared Goff's career.
All right, bet.
He was the add-on into the Matthew Stafford trade.
Chad, I know
They made that a free agency destination, bro. Like, think about that.
They did. They did this shit with that. So look,
Move
Chad,
on.
I know we ain't get to that many games today because we about to head out because there's a 2 hour 20-minute mark. But I know today was a great day.
I did like this time.
I was about to say appreciate, of course, MJ pulling up. Make sure y'all go sub to him.
I'm sorry if y'all wanted to hear about the games, bro. For real.
Before we even get facts, I apologize. But before we even head out, let's get to these super chats. Shout out Sports PSP. I bet MJ will take Hurts over Stafford. Probably will.
Take Herbert over him. Duh.
No way you have Stafford in your top 4, but you got Hurts in your top 5. I mean, you don't have Stafford.
Stafford, by your logic,
I've been on record saying that if there's an NFC quarterback that I would take over Hurts.
Oh, he did.
I have, and Trent has heard me.
Stafford top 2. All right.
Sports PSP said if MJ's going by wins, then Baker's better than Hurts. Nah. No.
Wait, all right.
Shout out my dog Manny. JD5 is better than Hurts. Let's be for real. You don't believe that, Manny, but you say that.
He does believe that. He does believe that.
It's funny though, but when we start walking him down by Lamar, I can't say it. Just sound wrong. Sad. Neil Madrid, appreciate $2. Now you know how we felt about Kirk for 6 years.
Yeah,
bro. What are you talking about?
Kirk has never played.
Kirk never had it.
That's why I be defending Kirk.
Kirk has never been this bad with y'all.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
that's why I be
Kirk
defending
was
Kirk.
never
When
this
y'all
bad.
say shit like that, bro, y'all are literally just lying.
Like Kirk,
Justin
I know
Ellis-
Kirk has his woes, but
Justin Ellis, with Father, I appreciate you. Sirianni literally got crucified for going for numerous fourth downs versus the Jags and kept the Jags in the game versus Atlanta 2 with the Saquon drop. Even though it's really nice for all. Can y'all talk about the clock situation that happened in that Saints game? Can y'all talk about in that Vikings game? I feel bad for Caleb.
I don't feel bad.
I mean, they just got walked down. I mean, that's just
Which Saints game? Who the Saints
so wait, what happened in the clock situation with the Saints game?
Who the Saints play?
he might be talking about the Eagles when they played. He might be talking about that one. I don't. I keep
No, hold on. Wait, put that super chat back up. I realize.
He said, "Can y'all talk about the clock situation?" That I'm bugging. Oh yeah. You know the last play they had before they I think scored or whatever.
Yeah,
you
you talking about the Saints.
I think the clock situation. I think that versus the Commanders game. I think the clock was supposed to go out and it didn't. They got another play and that's how they scored.
Chat, that's what happened.
I think that's what
I
happened.
ain't watched that game. I know they lost off that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, because
I didn't know that.
I think they had like 9 seconds. They went for a play. They got tackled at the 1, and they hurried up. Despite the clock was supposed to go out, and they didn't. And that's how they got another play. I can't remember because I didn't watch the game. But and then last one, Kirk Cousins will be pressure washing driveways next one. That's correct. Like I said, Chad, appreciate you. Appreciate MJ. You always want, if you anytime you want to come on, just let me know. Of course, Lucas coming back again, man. Everybody tapping in, win the road 2K. Plain and simple. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the college football show.
Walk them down.
It's gonna be funny. That's gonna be hilarious. That's
UNC winning a chip.
That's gonna be a show. That's gonna be a fucking show. Of course, college football playoff is this weekend. That's gonna be lit. Keep tapping in with us. The interview's gonna be back soon. It's gonna be
stopped at 9 seconds for 4 seconds.
Yeah, it did. That's what happened. It was bad.
Oh, wow.
But JJ, you got anything you want to say, bro, before you head up?
Hey man, blame Trent for the Twitter Spaces, man. Y'all keep tuning in, bro. You know, at this point, hey, we're not doing Twitter no more. But look, y'all just keep tuning in.
2 spaces.
Keep sending around the Discord, man. You know, go tap in with my boy MJ, man. He really came in here and walked a lot of them boys down. You know what I'm saying? Told them.
All right, MJ doing this. MJ doing his big one right now. He cooking over there. He going crazy with the Eagles content is going insane. I know he's struggling right now with the 76ers. He felt a little depressed about them 76ers.
Hey, I think the Sixers, they just like took the fall so the Eagles win the Super Bowl. That's what it was.
Hey, it's EP69 season though. Come on, man.
MJ, you got anything you want to say before you head up? Before we head up?
Appreciate y'all. I love these debates. Let a discourse. Yeah, man, y'all be doing y'all thing, bro. Y'all be doing y'all thing. Had Chris Gow and all the guys on, but y'all be doing y'all shit for real. Xavier McKinney, that was hot. That was fucking tight.
Appreciate you, dog. And look, chat, like I said, appreciate everybody. Make sure we keep tapping in, and yeah, man, we're gonna catch y'all. Yeah, peace.